News, traffic, weather, sports, and fun. It's Mornings with Mike on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.
All right, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning. Lots going on. Lots still to come, including your chance to win a $25 bundle of Power 500 PA Lottery scratch-off tickets. 20 top prizes of $50,000 are available. We had our first winner yesterday, looking to get another winner today, so keep on listening for your chance to call. And don't forget, Bob and I will be out at the Habitat for Humanity Restore tonight from 4 until around 6, and at 5:30, we'll be pulling our winners for the Hershey Park ticket giveaway. We've got 4 pairs of tickets to give away. There's still time to get out to the Habitat for Humanity Restore in Temple and enter on site. And luckily, hopefully, you'll be hearing your name tonight around 5:30 on Facebook Live when we pull the winners. Big thanks to Habitat for Humanity's Restore for being our title sponsor, and Ole Valley Feed for helping to make this giveaway possible. OleValleyFeed.com. It's also a Which One Wednesday, brought to you by the R. Phil's Redner's Event Center, asking the question, how do you feel about the king of fall flavors? Because whether you like it or not, it's here. Pumpkin spice. Are you fill up my cup, or are you pour it away? In studio with us right now from the R-Phils, we've got hitting coach Brock Stassi and broadcaster Jake Starr. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Morning.
Morning. Brock, now I know that's not pumpkin spice coffee. It's just regular coffee. But where do you guys fall on the whole pumpkin spice debate this time of year?
It's not for me, but I'm in on it. I love fall. It's probably my favorite season of the year. But yeah, I'm in on it. I don't drink it, but if you like it, you like it.
So you're in on the season. You're just not in on the flavor.
Absolutely.
So do you have a favorite fall flavor? Because we're asking that as our follow-up question.
Oh, man. Probably, this sounds kind of weird, but churros.
Churros? Cinnamon.
There you go, cinnamon.
Yeah,
I love churros. Some about churro in the fall. You know?
It's like a warm churro on a chilly day.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. There you go. I did not expect that answer to come on out of Brock there. But cinnamon is the number one fall flavor according to a survey of like 2,000 Americans.
Oh, really?
It came in first, followed by salted caramel, apple, and then pumpkin spice was down in fourth.
Yeah,
so.
Pumpkin spice. That's it's a trendy thing.
But the trend may be dying on down. Who knows?
Yeah.
Jake, how about you?
I like pumpkin spice. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite fall flavor, but I definitely like it. I mean, the last couple of days, walking outside in the morning, it's, low 60s, got that chill hitting you. It gets you excited for fall, which I'm excited for until, like November when it's actually like 30 degrees out. But like the 60, high 50s days I'll take, but once we get to November and it's 28 degrees out, and I don't know if I'll be liking fall that much anymore.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've said it a million times. I understand why everybody loves fall. The reason I can't have fall as my favorite season is because of what follows fall and winter. I despise winter. So I can't have my favorite season then go into just the
I love the beginning of football season. It's the end of football season. I don't like it.
That absolutely stinks, especially if what happens to the Eagles
there's that.
happens again. That makes for the end of a terrible football season. But we're not talking about football yet. We're talking some baseball. Reading, Fightin, Phillies baseball, and a great win last night, and the offense really showed out, especially late in the game there, Brock.
Yeah, it was good. Anytime you can, winning's hard in baseball, and anytime you get out of there with a win, it's a great game. And the guys showed some resilience, got out to an early lead, and then we coughed it up a little bit late, and then came right back and scored 2 runs there in the bottom of the 8th, and then held them. Pitching did a great job slamming the door, and yeah, like I said, it's always good getting out of there with a win.
One of the newest R-Phils and one of the R-Phils that's come up and had probably the most attention on him, at least this season, is Justin Crawford. And he's been very impressive so far at AA, impressive at every level. What have been your thoughts on Justin Crawford as the hitting coach of the Reading Fightin' Phils? And have you said anything to him, or are you just kind of right now letting him do his own thing?
No, yeah, I let him do his own thing. I mean, he grew up in a clubhouse with his dad being Carl Crawford, so the kid knows how to be a pro. He's 20 years old, and you would think that he's been in pro ball for 8 to 10 years already, the way he goes about his routine and goes about his business and keeps a level head. I mean, it's always easy to keep a level head when you're hitting 400, but I had him last year towards the end of the year in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And so we had a prior relationship, and no, he's a pro, and he can really hit. So he's a lot of fun to watch.
So since you had hands-on experience, I'm sure Al Padricki had all the scouting reports, saw him in spring training, but I'm sure Al maybe came up to you and asked you a little bit about him before he got called up.
Yeah, for sure. He just asked, what kind of player he is, what the kid's like, how he's going to fit in the clubhouse, and nothing but great reviews for Justin. The past couple of years being around him, he's an awesome kid.
The knock on Justin Crawford, like you said, it's hard to have a knock on a guy's hitting 320, but the knock on him is he hits the ball on the ground too much. That's kind of sounds funny because you go back to the Jimmy Rollins days, and the problem was he hit the ball in the air too much. So what makes people happy? And the ultimate answer is the power is the question about Justin Crawford. I don't think there's any question about anything else as to whether or not he hit for power. But he has shown that. I mean, he hit a grand slam on the road, but last night he drove a ball in the gap, but you could see a little bit of a lift. Is it something that will just come naturally, or is it something he ultimately has to adjust a little bit in his swing?
I think maybe it's going to be a little bit of both. Right now, he's so fast that he doesn't have to people aren't asking him to hit it like sky balls and stuff like that. Just get it off the ground a little bit more, but he's so fast right now where he hits it on the ground and he can leg out his infield singles and balls in the hole that he beats by half a step and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be, and I think a lot of it is strength. Like I mentioned earlier, he's 20 years old, so he's probably, especially in Double-A, that's when you see an uptick in velo from the pitchers and stuff like that. So I think the stronger he gets, the easier it's going to be for him to get the ball on the line or in the air. And but the bat to ball is what is very impressive. Like he makes decent swing decisions, but his bat to ball and the way his hand-eye coordination, the way he puts the barrel on the ball is very impressive. So we'll see what happens.
We thought it was interesting because we were talking about this a little bit ago. We did the morning game in the last homestand, and it was his first game at the stadium. And we were out in the event center in center field.
On the veranda.
On the veranda, yeah. I had to get that in. And he came out prior to the game. He just had the headphones on. He was just kind of walking around his bare feet out around center field. You could see that he was just kind of adjusting himself to the environment and kind of taking it all in. But he seems to be, and you said he's a product of the game with his dad, but he seems to be kind of a student of the game too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very open to hearing what you have to say if you have something that you recommend to him and stuff like that. But yeah, he's, like I said, being 20 years old and having a routine like that, he grew up in it. He grew up in a big league clubhouse, and he knows how to be a pro, which is
Half the battle?
Yes, that's more than half the battle for sure.
Well, we thought it was just impressive he was out there. It was like 8:15 when he was out there on the field before an 11 o'clock first pitch. And Bob mentioned the bare feet. You've been with him before. Is that a normal thing that he does pregame out there in his bare feet? And if so, what do you know what the reasoning is?
Yeah,
for that?
last year I didn't see him ever do that. But, I mean, the reason people, it's a thing called grounding. So they'll go out there and you put your feet in or earthing, and you like – take in all the, just trying to be grounded, I guess. So
whatever
part
works.
of the routine.
Whatever
works. Exactly.
You don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
As long as
as
it's
soft
working.
as that grass is out there, no reason not to walk.
Yeah, no doubt.
Has anyone else thought of maybe coming along on the barefoot ride?
There's a few of them that go out there. Yeah, there's a few of them. Not myself, but there are a few of them.
Did you have any intricacies like that when you were playing? Any like pregame rituals?
I always had to have like things be even on each side of my body. So if I was going to tie my cleats at the end and I messed it up and I had to redo it, then I had to redo the other one. That was like really it. But nothing crazy routine wise.
As far as pregame routines or just odd routines, is there a teammate, you don't have to name them, but is there or you can, I mean, we'd love you to. Is there one that kind of sticks out that you remember? It could be with the Arphils, could be with any of the teams you played for in your career that you would watch them and be like, I have no idea what that's about.
Not so. It wasn't. It was more so this guy was like crazy OCD, which my thing was a little OCD, but Lars Davis, I played with him here in Reading actually back in 2014, and he had to have his locker, all the hangers had to be the same color, they had to be the exact same spacing away. Like he would go through with his fingers and make sure they're the exact distance away from each other before he could like go out on the field. So that was interesting.
And how many times did you mess with those hands?
Oh, yeah.
Did people do that?
No, I never messed with him. I never messed. He was a big dude. I think he's coaching college baseball at Florida.
I just Googled him. It looks like Georgia State.
Georgia State.
He's the assistant hitting coach at Georgia State.
Yes.
Yeah. So you think he's got some other struggling hitters giving it a try to break him out of the slump?
For sure. He's probably got him doing crazy stuff. That guy was awesome.
Obviously, Justin Crawford hitting like 338, very impressive. But we've seen much more offense as of late from the Reading Fightin Phils. What have you seen from either certain players or the entire team since the beginning of the season to where we are now and kind of evolution of their game?
Yeah, I think it's been a lot of guys getting comfortable at the AA level. It's a big jump going from A ball to AA, especially high to AA, and guys throughout the course of the season, I think, have just gotten more comfortable. And then we've had some new guys come up from Jersey too, kind of gave us a shot in the arm. And since the second half started, it's been a lot of fun watching these guys progress and kind of mesh together and trying to figure out their own identity as players.
One of the guys who's as hot as anybody right now is Gabriel Rinconis. Hit one on Center Avenue last night, but it's a tough year for him in the sense that just as the season started going on, and he started the season here in Reading, and it looked like he was really kind of finding a groove, gets the injury, out for a long time, and now has to kind of re-kick it into another gear. But he, over the last couple of weeks, you can really see a difference in him. He seems like he's really found it right now, and he's really good right now at the plate.
Yeah, for sure. He's a lot of fun to watch. The juice is for real. Yeah, he's like when he first got back from the injury, I think he was pressing way too much. I know he hit a homer the first pitch he saw in Portland, right, on his when he came back. But after that, there was a struggle for about a week or a week and a half, and that's understandable. He's coming off a major thumb surgery and just trying to get that thing right and then get back in the swing of a season that everybody's been going at for however many months he was out. I think it was like 2.5 months. So that's a lot of time to be away. Timing goes away, and just pitch recognition, and he's starting to I think he's starting to get back into mid-season form. As he's only been back since we started again.
Can you put into perspective how hard that is to be out for 2 months, maybe longer, and then have to come back and just fire it back up again?
Yeah, that's very hard. I mean, hitting in my opinion is the hardest thing to do in sports. Hitting in baseball, you're trying to hit a round ball with a round bat square. It doesn't make any sense, right? So, yeah, anytime you're out for an extended period of time, and I know we do a good job with rehab assignments and like ramping guys up, but I know he wanted to get back as fast as he could. So, yeah, he might not have gotten enough ABs at the lower levels because you can do all the stuff off the machine and in the cage and everything like that, but you can't simulate it when the lights come on.
When a guy is in a funk like that, whether he's coming back from a injury or not, could just be a slump. What do you, as a hitting coach, how do you handle that? Does it player dependent? Does it depend on the guy's personality, on how involved you get, or how do you know when to jump in and maybe try to tweak some things?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say it's for sure player personality because some guys are pretty hands off and other guys are coming to you begging for stuff. So, it's different. It's a different case for each guy. But I just try and not let it go too far is the main thing. So if I need to step in and give my 2 cents, I will and see how it goes. But more times than not, guys want information and stuff like that.
Yeah, they want to get better, right?
Exactly.
Everybody wants to get out of the funk.
Yeah, for sure.
Along those lines, in the Hartford series, Ethan Wilson had a couple big games in a row and got a chance to talk to him in the post game as the player of the game, and he was as brutally honest could be. He said, I said, what's been the difference? And he said, I'm done grinding. He said, I'm working with Brock Stassi all the time, and he said, I'm just done with it, and I'm just going about hitting because I want to get back. Because he had a good year in 2023, and it's been a struggle in 2024. And that's the mental piece of this game, and I just don't think people can really wrap their heads around. It's not like they're not working on it. It's just finding it, and sometimes it's overwork.
Yes, absolutely. especially because he had an injury coming out of spring training, so he got here late, and it's been my first year around Ethan Wilson, and it took him a while to get going, and I had heard that he'll swing himself into the ground in the cage if he doesn't get any hits, especially, and yeah, it's been nice to see him kind of take a step back and make a little adjustment at the plate with his setup and stance, but he has been more efficient with his work instead of just taking a zillion swings.
How do you know? What's the first clue when a guy's overworking or maybe trying too hard as a coach?
You can just kind of see it in their face, and it usually comes when the results aren't there. You can just see it in their face where it's like, oh man, I'm just gonna take.
Jonas Jr. I wanted to throw in real quick. Last night with him after I did post-game interview with him. There was a group of, I don't know, maybe 30-plus kids that were standing by the, quote-unquote cattle herder, as we call it, where they used to walk to the clubhouse and back. Rincones probably spent a good 20 minutes signing autographs for every kid that was there. That's cool. Finished the interview. I watched him walk over. I went back upstairs, printed box scores, delivered box scores, went back upstairs. And that's a process that takes me 15 minutes. He was signing autographs when I left. He was signing autographs when I came back. He signed autographs until there were basically no kids left to sign autographs for. So it's we talk about these guys as players, and I think something that, whether it's Brock or it's Al or it's Preston Mattingly, they talk about this thing, protect the standards, their big thing, right? And it's how do you perform on the field, but I think it's how do you perform off the field, right? Respect your teammates and the fans and stuff like that. Just to see someone like Rincones who had a great night and is such a highly touted prospect by the Phillies, and maybe hasn't had the best year injury luck-wise, but for just to kind of watch, it was cool to watch him last night spend 15, 20 minutes after the game signing autographs until there were no kids left to sign autographs for. So I know we were talking about him, so I wanted to throw that nugget in real quick on something that I saw about him last night, which I thought was really cool.
That's great, and it just shows the guy gets it. And the fans, without the fans, and without listeners, just like for us, we're not doing this. So it's such an important thing to be able to take care of them. And it's 15, 20 minutes to him, but those kids will remember that for Absolutely. The rest of their lives, for probably. Sure. All right, 25 minutes after 6. Let's get traffic. Let's get AccuWeather, and then we'll have more with Brock Stassi and Jake Starr from the Reading Fightin' Phils coming up next.
They're the radio version of a show about nothing. Mornings with Mike on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and Beyond.
All right, about 28 minutes to the top of the hour here on this Wednesday morning. Don't forget, get your votes in on our Which One Wednesday, brought to you by the R-Phil's Redner's Event Center at FirstEnergy Stadium. A great place to watch the game, Bob, from
I've heard
the veranda. You can vote, where do you feel or where do you fall on the king of autumn flavors, pumpkin spice? Are you fill up my cup or you pour it away? Get those votes in up on the Facebook page, facebook.com/830AMWEEU. Someone who voted earlier and somehow figured out a way to get through again is Peggy in Was Riften, now why I'm missing. Hey there, Peggy. How are you again?
Hey, I just can't get enough of you.
I guess that if only my wife had that same thought.
Well, if you smell like mayonnaise.
That's true.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Well, congratulations, Peggy. You got a $25 bundle of Power 500 PA Lottery scratch-off tickets, and you now have a chance to scratch your way to one of those top $50,000 prizes.
Oh, believe me, you'll hear me screaming if that happens.
All right. Well, I don't know. We didn't hear the person in Pittsburgh. Apparently someone out in the Pittsburgh area won the 200-plus Powerball jackpot that was drawn on Monday. Yeah, because I texted my wife when I saw it was Pennsylvania, and I asked if we bought one. She said we didn't have tickets, so I told her she really dropped the ball on that one.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's like you. Put it on her.
That's what she said. Maybe that's why she can get enough of me, Peggy.
Right. Oh, geez.
All right, Peggy. Well, your tickets will be downstairs. Come on in Monday through Friday between 9 and 5 to pick them up, okay?
All right. Sounds good. I don't have to wear a construction hat, do I?
Not unless you want to be extra safe.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. See you later.
Right.
Bye-bye. 610-374-8800. We'll give another batch of Power 500 PA Lottery scratch-off tickets away tomorrow on the show, so keep on listening. Brock Stassi and Jake Starr in studio with us from the Reading Fightin' Phils. And obviously, one of the main topics of conversation right now is the struggles of the Philadelphia Phillies. So I'm going to guess the answer is yes, Brock, but have you ever been in a clubhouse where a team has been kind of collectively struggling like this? And what's it like?
Yeah, did you follow the 2017 Phillies at all?
I did, unfortunately. Yeah.
We had a nice little stretch there for about 2 weeks, and then that was the end. It's. I mean, that was obviously a different team than this team. Different club. But
no offense, a little less talent on that team than what we have.
I wouldn't
here.
say I wouldn't say talent. I would say a little less bank in the bank.
Okay.
In the bank account.
All right.
No. Definitely less talent.
Both probably.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, both. But no, I mean that's the thing. Like, that clubhouse is full of veteran guys and stuff like that, and I know probably everybody that is a Phillies fan has heard somebody say, you'd rather have it now than in September leading into October. Which is the truth. Like, yeah, it sucks right now, but baseball, 162 games, that's a lot of games. This is going to happen at some point, and it is way better for this to happen now than down the road.
I think the frustration and the panic is that this is more of an extended down streak than you really kind of have seen them have at any point, even in the days when they were really struggling. I mean, it's been a bad stretch here. When you're going like that, when everybody's struggling, if you were the hitting coach, well, if you were Kevin Long, and we were talking about this earlier, what would be your message?
I would tell the boys to relax, maybe mix in a show and go. But it's called a show and go,
I don't know.
Where it's like the clubhouse is closed for a long time, and you basically come in and get loose in the cage like a couple rounds, and then go straight out and play. Kind of takes the thinking out of it. I'm sure he's done that. I mean, K-Long's been doing it forever and stuff like that. He knows exactly what to say, but I mean, it's a lot easier said than done to tell him relax. There's really nothing to say. Like, they all know, and that clubhouse is a ton of veterans, like I mentioned earlier, and a lot of special players. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
We joked about it, but we said the same thing. Like, Harper should just, when he was like primarily struggling, he should just show up about 6:25 in
with
his
uniform.
uniform.
Yes. Like, get out of his car with his spikes on and walk into the stadium with them on.
For sure.
Like through the first base gate too.
Yeah.
Like, don't even come in the player entrance.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. I mean, that's always a nice way to get you out of that routine that kind of gets, as the season goes on, gets a little monotonous. So, yeah, I mean, that's always my go-to is the old show and go. Maybe everybody use the same bat, every hitter.
Just something almost
something
silly.
Crazy.
Yeah,
something crazy.
Because the ultimate answer is, and I think this is the thing that gets lost on the fans, the answer isn't lack of work. The answer is overwork. Like, they're trying to get out of this too hard, and it becomes more mental than it is physical.
Yeah, for sure. And for anybody that, they're aware of what's going on. I know I haven't been following them super, super close, but I know, like, there's been a stretch where they've really struggled driving runners in, and like getting on base hadn't been the issue. It's just been knocking them in, and like the teams become aware of that, and then once you're up with runners in scoring position, it's like, oh man, I saw this on Twitter, or I saw this article that was written about us. Like, guys, pay attention to that stuff as much as they say they
They're
don't.
humans.
They do. And so, when they get in that situation, it's like you were saying, almost overwork. It's like over trying. I have to drive this runner instead of taking a step back and, treating it as a normal AB and stuff like that, which, like I said, much easier said than done. But, that stuff kind of leaks in, and then it just kind of snowballs.
Because the thing that jumped out at me last night, and again, same thing. I mean, I'm watching you guys play and kind of keeping an eye on what the Phillies do. But what kind of jumped out at me was not only that they only had 4 hits last night, but they had 1 walk, and that kind of tells me that they're the grinding out of at bats and getting themselves in good counts is probably going away because now they're starting to chase.
For sure. And you're going to go through, like I said, you're going to go through stretches like this at some point in the season, and even when they were going well, like throughout some of us in the coach's office were like, okay, just hopefully a cold streak doesn't come in September. This is the first prolonged like cold streak of the season, which is I don't want to say fine, but
yeah. Well, the problem is we're bordering on 2 months.
Yeah.
So a stretch is becoming.
I mean, what do they have? They're a game out of the best record in all of baseball.
I understand all that, and logically that all makes complete sense to me, Brock. But logic doesn't come into play at 9:30 at night when I'm watching them not score any runs against the Miami Marlins.
I hear you. The Marlins. There's something about the Marlins. It's just weird.
Yeah. That mean, again,
who's on that team.
The fact that they only had one walk against a team that is 25-plus games out,
30.
under 500,
30.
almost 30 games under 500.
No, exactly 30.
I can't imagine the Marlins pitching was that good.
No, I know. But baseball is so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get back to I think it was a 2016 spring training, my first big league camp. Now this, like I said, 16, 17, some dark years in Phillies baseball. But
we're used to them.
Yes, we played an exhibition, and granted, all the big dogs didn't play that game. We played an exhibition against the University of Tampa and lost in spring training to Division II school in Tampa. The major league camp for spring training lost. So baseball's crazy. It's crazy, but they're gonna be fine. They're going to be fine.
All right. So you're here to tell everybody just take a deep breath.
They're still my pick to win the World Series.
From your lips to everyone's ears, Brock Stassi. But the other thing is, and I'm sure you've been on teams like this where it's going back, and it can flip a switch, and the entire mood and the entire just vibe changes in a heartbeat.
For sure. They need a signature game, honestly. Like there's going to be a game. Hopefully it's tonight where it's like, somebody gets a big hit, maybe a walk-off, somebody throws a shutout, something like that, and it's like that was the game where the season turned around, and that's just what they need right now, and hopefully it comes sooner rather than later.
As a player, how hard is it? Because as a fan, it's impossible. As a player, it's got to be even harder to be patient and know that we're better than this. It's going to come. So as a player, how do you be patient? How do you just know that your work is going to pay off?
I'm sure people of Philadelphia and all of Pennsylvania love the phrase trust the process, but it's quite literally trusting the process and trusting that guys have been the guys in that lineup have been doing it for so long that they're pressing obviously right now, but eventually it's gonna flip.
610-374-8800. Email Mike at 830weeu.com, and you can text us 267-422-2830.
Getting back to the guys that you're dealing with every day, Jake and I were talking about this a lot last night during the broadcast. I think there's a guy who's flying under the radar in the Phillies scheme that you've seen play pretty much every day for the last couple months, and that's Otto Kemp, a guy who, from the Phils' perspective, is valuable for a couple reasons, one of which is you're loaded up with left-handed hitters, and he's a right-handed hitter. But he's a guy who hasn't been on the overall radar scheme, and Al Rodriguez talked about this, he can bat him third, he can bat him fifth, he can bat him wherever in the lineup and just run him out there every day, and he's just getting the job done. And last night, a couple of tough at-bats early, but then the base hit other way, went to right field, a base hit that turned out to be driving in the game-winning run.
Yep. Yeah, Otto's a lot of fun to be around. I can relate a lot to him. He went to a Division II school in California. He's from Southern California, so we're the same state. He was a senior sign. He was a late pick, and he's just a really, really good baseball player. And last year was his first spring training, and I remember watching him go about it, and I was like, man, who's that guy over there? And it was, his camp. I was like, he looks just the way he moves, the ABs he takes. He's a professional hitter already, and this is really his second full year playing wise. He had a couple of injuries in college, and then it's nice to see him be healthy right now. But he's a lot of fun to watch defensively and then offensively as well. So great kid, hard worker, and yeah, it's really cool to see.
As far as the rest of the season with the Reading Fightin' Phils, is there a goal that you guys have? Are you looking, obviously, to win games, but do you have certain goals for certain players, or is there a team goal you guys are looking to kind of reach here as we wind down the regular season?
Yeah, each guy has their own individual goals and development goals and stuff like that. As a team, obviously, we want to make the playoffs, and it's a long shot right now, but we're going to show up and play every day like we have a chance to make it. So hopefully we can really catch fire and some. I've seen crazier things happen, but no, we try as a staff, we try and show up to the yard no matter if we lost 10 in a row or won 10 in a row and be the same people every day. So guys can, kind of relax and go about their work.
And we've heard from some listeners even this morning, and we've seen it on social media, that some people want Rob Thompson with the big Phils to yell and scream and get in their faces. You're talking about being the same every day, no matter what the scenario is, and that's what Rob Thompson does. How important is that for a clubhouse and the players to see that kind of steady Eddie guy as their leader?
That's extremely important. That's Topper's style, and that's a lot of coaching staff style, and it's very important as a player that every day you show up to the yard which guy you're going to get. Is it going to be the guy who's panicking and fidgety and stuff like that, or is it like a guy that's just going to show up and be the same guy each and every day?
You don't see, there was a time in baseball where you had the yellers there, the Earl Weavers and the Billy Martins who would come in and just like turn the club out. I don't know if that guy even exists anymore in baseball. And it's just it's kind of like it's out the door. It's like the game isn't run that way anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot different. I played for an old school coach in college. My dad actually went to the University of Nevada too, missed him by 1 year, and he left, got drafted by the Giants.
Was that a lucky miss or a?
I love Coach Powers. But he was very intense, very old school to play for, and yeah, you don't see it as much anymore. I think there's a time and a place where coaches behind closed doors will get into guys, but I think it's just how hard. Like, I'm thinking about it from the hitting side, how hard hitting is. Like, and it doesn't help a lot of guys for you to be yelling and screaming at them when it's like,
right, because they know it.
Yeah, exactly.
And especially if you see them working hard behind the scenes, you're getting to see all the effort that they're putting into it, not during the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I don't know if this is true, but I know Bobby Cox wore spikes when he managed because he never wanted to forget how hard playing the game was. And so I've kind of taken. I don't wear cleats or spikes or anything in the dugout, but that's kind of
just
when I heard that. Yeah, exactly. always locked in, ready to go.
He's got one on right now, just in case. He heard there was construction.
Just in case somebody hits a ground ball at me, I'll be ready to go. But no, yeah, I don't ever want to forget how hard hitting is, because from the side and from the stands it looks so easy, but when you're in the box and competing against a guy that's throwing mid to upper 90s, low 90s, whatever, and it's not straight, and then he's got a nasty secondary pitch, it's really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
Brock Stassi, Jake Starr from the Reading Fightin Phillies. We got some more time with them. We'll talk about the upcoming promotions. Last night was a bobblehead. You got a T-shirt and a bobblehead still coming up in this homestand. So lots to get into still.
One is in the Hall of Fame. The other has visited multiple Hall of Fames. Mornings with Mike on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.
Like a stone.
All right, welcome on back. 830 WEEU. We're arguing about fantasy football during the commercial break. Apparently, you're a big fantasy football guy, Brock?
No, I'm a sickie for fantasy football. Yeah.
What is it about fantasy football?
I just love, like I mentioned, fall, like the leaves start changing, and I'm like, man, I'm getting closer to these drafts that I have, and it's just a way for me to keep in touch with like some of my buddies back home the college buddies, guys that I played with, and family back home. We have a family league too, and yeah, it's fun.
You draft the same players, or you intentionally draft different players so you can try to balance it out?
It just depends how the draft goes. Whoever
keeps an open mind.
Exactly. Sometimes I end up with similar players, but more times than not, like I have different picks. So yeah.
When's your first draft?
It is in 2 weeks.
It's got to be coming up.
Yeah.
It's not during a game, is it?
No.
You have to multitask.
No, it's not. It's on a Monday. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Everybody's favorite Philly, Cody Ashe, is the commissioner of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big league.
It's a good way to stay in touch with a lot of guys that I played with back then, like everybody's favorite catcher, Cameron Rupp.
Yeah.
And then everybody's favorite left fielder, first base, Darren Ruff.
Okay.
Tommy Joseph.
Babe Ruff,
yes,
as he was known here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Reading legend.
Yes.
Very much so. So it's a lot of old guys that I play with in the minor leagues and a little bit up there too. So yeah, it's just a way to keep in touch. It's fun.
That is cool that you guys keep in touch from back. And I don't think we think about that as fans, that you guys do become, friends. You spend so much time together. Yeah, we say it all the time. We forget. We forget. All right. Busy week, as we said, at FirstEnergy Stadium. Lots going on, Jake. Tonight, it is the Bryson Stott Arphil's jersey T-shirt, which, again, little Sean Tansky is just dying to get his hands on. What else do we got coming up this week out at the ballpark?
Yeah, got the jersey T-shirt tonight. We got fireworks Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. No Mega Blast this week. Those were saved for the last weekend of the season. But Saturday is our 26th annual Harley Night. First 2,500 adults 18 and older will get a classic Harley game cap. It looks really sweet. And also, get to the ballpark early because we'll have a parade of probably 600 Harley Davidsons going around the warning track. And also Saturday night, best part of all, is that me and Bob don't have to sit together. Because if you come out to the ballpark, you'll hear my voice over the loudspeaker.
We're a divided household.
Divided household. But yeah, on PA Saturday night, but of course Harley Night's the feature on Saturday. And then Sunday, series finishes, Ranger Suarez bobblehead, first 1,500 kids. So should be a great week. And I don't know if you looked at the weather for the rest of this week, but it looks marvelous. Yeah. So you get tickets, come out to the ballpark. Should be a great week at America's Classic Ballpark.
And Ranger Suarez threw some batting practice yesterday, so hopefully he's close to returning for the Philadelphia Phillies. You mentioned the Harley Night. I don't know. You guys give a lot of great stuff away throughout the season. Every year, obviously, the Harley hats. And I don't know if you see more hats, repeat wears, than the Harley hats. Like, you'll see Harley hats from 10, 15 years ago at the ballpark this entire weekend, especially on Saturday night.
Oh, for sure. I think that one, and I think the cream chip beef one. I think it's going to get some good. Yeah, I've seen a good amount of them so far. Some players I've even seen wearing them when they're doing some early work also. So that's a popular one. But yeah, the Harley hat's always super, super popular, and excited to. The parade last year was my first one seeing it, and that was really cool. So I'm excited to get to see that again this year.
You a cream chip beef guy, Brock?
I've never had it.
You didn't try it?
No, I need to.
We sent a plate down
with Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it.
Maybe it didn't reach the clubhouse because he liked it. So it might not have. It might have just gotten devoured on the steps between the veranda and the clubhouse.
He got my leftovers.
There you go.
So we were sharing.
There you go.
Brock Stassi, Jake Starr, Reading Fightin Phils. Thank you guys for coming in. Brock, thanks for coming in a second time. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. I love coming in.
Awesome. It was a lot of fun. Jake, thanks to you as well, and I'm glad you get a night off from Bob.
That's always the best.
I look forward to your return.
Yeah, sure.
At least that's what I said on the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was very eager to go ahead and let you know that he didn't want you back. All right. Anyway, we got to go. Bill Saunders and feedback coming up next, along with the aforementioned little Sean Tansky. He'll be answering his phone calls. Keep voting on our Which One Wednesday. How do you feel about the king of all fall flavors, pumpkin spice? Fill up my cup, pour it away. It's brought to you by the Phil's Redner's Event Center at FirstEnergy Stadium. We've got the morning pint tomorrow. Then on Friday in the 8 o'clock hour, we've got the Lehigh Valley Zoo in studio, sharing some of her furry or slithery or slimy friends, whoever she decides to bring with. So we'll have some fun with that.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium as the Reading Fightin Phils are getting set to take on the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. This is Game 5 of this 6-game homestand for the Fightins as they take on New Hampshire. The Fisher Cats come in at 14-26. The Phils at 18-25 after Reading has taken 3 of the first 4 games of this series, including a 10-6 win last night. So the Phils know for sure they've got themselves at least a split of this 6-game series, but they certainly have a ambition of doing much better than that. My name is Bob McCool. Jake Starr elsewhere tonight. He's just down the road a bit. He is doing the PA here at FirstEnergy Stadium. So New Hampshire at 14-26, the Phils at 18-25 after last night's game. Matchup of a couple of relatively young right-handers on the mound. Moises Chassé making his Reading debut in tonight's game, going up against Rafael Sanchez, the Cuban refugee, Cuban native who was signed by Toronto in just 2022 and started this season in High A Vancouver and is now here making his 3rd start. And as I said, Moises Chassé will be making his Baseball Town debut. He was part of that trade deadline move by the Phillies organization along with Seth Johnson for Gregory Soto from the Baltimore Orioles. We'll take a timeout, back with first pitch and lineups right after this on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
News, traffic, weather, sports, and fun. It's Mornings with Mike on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.
Some Harley Davidson tonight is Harley night and a great procession before the game, as there has been this season's 26th annual Harley night here at FirstEnergy Stadium with the Reading Fight Phillies.
All right, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning. Lots going on. Lots still to come, including your chance to win a $25 bundle of Power 500 PA Lottery scratch-off tickets. 20 top prizes of $50,000 are available. We had our first winner yesterday, looking to get another winner today, so keep on listening for your chance to call. And don't forget, Bob and I will be out at the Habitat for Humanity Restore tonight from 4 until around 6, and at 5:30, we'll be pulling our winners for the Hershey Park ticket giveaway. We've got 4 pairs of tickets to give away. There's still time to get out to the Habitat for Humanity Restore in Temple and enter on site. And luckily, hopefully, you'll be hearing your name tonight around 5:30 on Facebook Live when we pull the winners. Big thanks to Habitat for Humanity's Restore for being our title sponsor, and Ole Valley Feed for helping to make this giveaway possible. OleValleyFeed.com. It's also a Which One Wednesday, brought to you by the R. Phil's Redner's Event Center, asking the question, how do you feel about the king of fall flavors? Because whether you like it or not, it's here. Pumpkin spice. Are you fill up my cup, or you pour it away? In studio with us right now from the R-Phils, we've got hitting coach Brock Stassi and broadcaster Jake Starr. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Morning.
Morning. Brock, now I know that's not pumpkin spice coffee, it's just regular coffee. But where do you guys fall in the whole pumpkin spice debate this time of year?
It's not for me, but I'm in on it. I love fall. It's probably my favorite season of the year. But yeah, I'm in on it. I don't drink it, but if you like it, you like it.
So you're in on the season. You're
for
just not
sure.
in on the flavor.
Absolutely.
So do you have a favorite fall flavor? Because we're asking that as our follow-up question.
Oh man,
that is going to be a base hit. He tried to check his swing, and it
sounds kind of weird, but churros.
Churros.
Cinnamon. There you go, cinnamon. I love churros. Some about churro in the fall. You know,
it's like a warm churro on a chilly day.
Exactly.
Right. So I did not expect that answer to come on out of Brock there. But cinnamon is the #1 fall flavor according to a survey of like 2,000 Americans. It came in first, followed by salted caramel, apple, and then pumpkin spice was down in fourth.
Yeah, pumpkin spice. That's it's a trendy thing.
But the trend may be dying on down. Who knows? Yeah. Jake, how about you?
I like pumpkin spice. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite fall flavor, but I definitely like it. I mean, the last couple of days, walking outside in the morning, It's, low 60s, got that chill hitting you. It gets you excited for fall, which I'm excited for until like November when it's actually like 30 degrees out. But like the 60, high 50s days I'll take. But once you get to November, it's 28 degrees out, and I don't know if I'll be liking fall that much anymore.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've said it a million times. I understand why everybody loves fall. The reason I can't have fall as my favorite season is because of what follows fall and winter. I despise winter. So I can't have my favorite season then go into just the most
I love the beginning of football season. It's the end of football season. I don't like
that. Absolutely stinks, especially if what happens to the Eagles
there's that.
happens again. That makes for the end of a terrible football season. But we're not talking about football yet. We're talking some baseball. Reading, Fightin, Phil's baseball, and a great win last night, and the offense really showed out, especially late in the game there, bro.
Yeah, it was good. Anytime you can, winning's hard in baseball, and anytime you get out of there with a win, it's a great game, and the guys showed some resilience, got out to an early lead, and then we coughed it up a little bit late, and then came right back and scored 2 runs there in the bottom of the 8th, and then pitching did a great job slamming the door. And, like I said, it's always good getting out of there with a win.
One of the newest R-Phils and one of the R-Phils that's come up and had probably the most attention on him, at least this season, is Justin Crawford, and he's been very impressive so far at Double-A, impressive at every level. What have been your thoughts on Justin Crawford as the hitting coach of the Reading Fightin' Phils, and have you said anything to him, or are you just kind of right now letting him do his own thing?
No, I let him do his own thing. I mean, he grew up in a clubhouse with his, his dad being Carl Crawford, so the kid knows how to be a pro. He's 20 years old, and you would think that he's been in pro ball for 8 to 10 years already, the way he goes about his routine and goes about his business and keeps a level head. I mean, it's always easy to keep a level head when you're hitting 400, but I had him last year towards the end of the year in Jersey, and so we had a prior relationship, and he's a pro, and he can really hit, so he's a lot of fun to watch.
So since you had hands-on experience, I'm sure Al Padricki had all the scouting reports, saw him in spring training, but I'm sure Al maybe came up to you and asked you a little bit about him before he got called up?
Yeah, for sure. He just asked, what kind of player he is, what the kid's like, how he's going to fit in the clubhouse, and nothing but great reviews for Justin. The past couple of years being around him, he's an awesome kid.
The knock on Justin Crawford, like you said, it's hard to have a knock on a guy's hitting 320, but the knock on him is he hits the ball on the ground too much. That's kind of sounds funny because you go back to the Jimmy Rollins days, and the problem was he hit the ball in the air too much. So what makes people happy? And the ultimate answer is the power is the question about Justin Crawford. I don't think there's any question about anything else as to whether or not he hit it for power. But he has shown that. I mean, he hit a grand slam on the road, but last night he drove a ball in the gap, but you could see a little bit of a lift. Is it something that will just come naturally, or is it something he ultimately has to adjust a little bit in his swing?
I think maybe it's going to be a little bit of both. Right now,
he made 2 starts in Jersey Shore. He was
he's so fast that he doesn't have to. People aren't asking him to hit it like sky balls and stuff like that. Just get it off the ground a little bit more. But he's so fast right now where he hits it on the ground, and he can leg out his infield singles and balls in the hole that he beats by half a step and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be, and I think a lot of it is strength. Like I mentioned earlier, he's 20 years old, so he's probably, especially in Double-A, that's when you see an uptick in velo from the pitchers and stuff like that. So I think the stronger he gets, the easier it's going to be for him to get the ball on the line or in the air. And, but the bat to ball is what is very impressive. Like he makes decent swing decisions, but his bat to ball and the way his hand-eye coordination, the way he puts the barrel on the ball is very impressive. So we'll see what happens.
We thought it was interesting because we were talking about this a little bit ago. We did the morning game in the last homestand, and it was his first game at the stadium, and we were out in the event center in center field
on the veranda.
Yeah, I had to get that in. And he came out prior to the game. He just had the headphones on. He was just kind of walking around his bare feet out around center field. You could see that he was just kind of adjusting himself to the environment and kind of taking it all in. But he seems to be, and you said he's a product of the game with his dad, but he seems to be kind of a student of the game too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very open to hearing what you have to say if you have something that you recommend to him and stuff like that. But yeah, he's like I said, being 20 years old and having a routine like that, he
he
grew up in it. He grew up in a big league clubhouse, and he knows how to be a pro, which is very nice. Yes, that's more than half the battle for sure.
Well, we thought it was just impressive he was out there. It was like 8:15 when he was out there on the field before an 11 o'clock first pitch. And Bob mentioned the bare feet. You've been with him before. Is that a normal thing that he does pregame out there in his bare feet? And if so, what do you know what the reasoning is?
Yeah, last year I didn't see him ever do that, but I mean the reason people, it's a thing called grounding. So they'll go out there and you put your feet in the earthing, and you like take in all the. Just trying to be grounded, I guess. So
whatever
part
works.
of the routine.
Whatever works.
Exactly.
You don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
As long as
it's soft as that grass is out there, no reason not to walk.
Yeah, no doubt.
Has anyone else thought of maybe coming along on the barefoot ride?
There's a few of them that go out there. Yeah, there's a few of them. Not myself, but there are a few of them.
Did you have any intricacies like that when you were playing? Any like pregame rituals?
I always had to have like things be even on each side of my body. So if I was going to tie my cleats at the end and I messed it up and I had to redo it, then I had to redo the other one. That was like really it. But nothing crazy routine wise.
As far as pregame routines or just odd routines, is there a teammate? You don't have to name them, but is there or you can. I mean, we'd love you to. Is there one that kind of sticks out that you remember? It could be with the Arphils, could be with any of the teams you played for in your career that you would watch them and be like, I have no idea what that's about.
Swing and a miss.
Not so. It wasn't. It was more so this guy was like crazy OCD, which my thing was a little OCD, but Lars Davis, I played with him here in Reading actually back in I think it was 2014, and he had to have his locker. All the hangers had to be the same color. They had to be the exact same spacing away. Like he would go through with his fingers and make sure they're the exact distance away from each other before he could go out.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
News, traffic, weather, sports, and fun. It's Mornings with Mike on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond.
Second base, Gabriel Latonis is the designated hitter tonight for the Fightin batting third. Adam Kemp in his cleanup spot at third base. Trevor Schlecki having a great series so far. He is batting fifth and he's at first base. Caleb Rittman batting sixth.
All right, 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning. Lots going on. Lots still to come, including your chance to win a $25 bundle of Power 500 PA Lottery scratch-off tickets. 20 top prizes of $50,000 are available. We had our first winner yesterday, looking to get another winner today, so keep on listening for your chance to call. And don't forget, Bob and I will be out at the Habitat for Humanity Restore tonight from 4 until around 6, and at 5:30 we'll be pulling our winners for the Hershey Park ticket giveaway. We've got 4 pairs of tickets to give away. There's still time to get out to the Habitat for Humanity Restore in Temple and enter on site. And luckily, hopefully, you'll be hearing your name tonight around 5:30 on Facebook Live when we pull the winners. Big thanks to Habitat for Humanity's Restore for being our title sponsor, and Ole Valley Feed for helping to make this giveaway possible. OleValleyFeed.com. It's also a Which One Wednesday, brought to you by the Phillies Redners Event Center. Ask asking the question, how do you feel about the king of fall flavors? Because whether you like it or not, it's here. Pumpkin spice. Are you fill up my cup or are you pour it away? In studio with us right now from the R-Phils, we've got hitting coach Brock Stassi and broadcaster Jake Starr. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Morning.
Morning. Brock, now I know that's not pumpkin spice coffee. It's just regular coffee. But where do you guys fall on the whole pumpkin spice debate this time of year?
It's not for me, but I'm in on it. I love fall. It's probably my favorite season of the year. But yeah, I'm in on it. I don't drink it, but if you like it, you like it.
So you're in on the season.
For
you're just
sure.
not in on the flavor.
Absolutely.
So do you have a favorite fall flavor? Because we're asking that as our follow-up question.
Oh man. Probably. That sounds kind of weird, but churros. Cinnamon. There you go. Cinnamon. I love churros. Some about churro in the fall.
You know? It's like a warm churro on a chilly day.
Exactly.
I did not expect that answer to come on out of Brock there. But cinnamon is the #1 fall flavor according to a survey of like 2,000 Americans. It came in first, followed by salted caramel, apple, and then pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice. That's kind of. It's a trendy thing.
But the trend may be dying on down. Jake, how about you?
I like pumpkin spice. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite fall flavor, but I definitely like it. I mean, the last couple of days, walking outside in the morning, it's low 60s, got that chill hitting you. It gets you excited for fall, which I'm excited for until like November when it's actually like 30 degrees out. But like the 60, high 50s days, I'll take. But once we get to November and it's 28 degrees out, and I don't know if I'll be liking fall that much anymore.
Yeah, I completely agree. I've said it a million times. I understand why everybody loves fall. The reason I can't have fall as my favorite season because of what follows fall and winter. I despise winter, so I can't have my favorite season and go into just the middle.
Yeah, I love the beginning of football season. It's the end of football season. I don't like
that. Absolutely stinks, especially if what happens to the Eagles happens again. That makes for the end of a terrible football season. But we're not talking about football yet. We're talking some baseball already. Fightin' Phillies baseball, and a great win last night, and the offense really showed out, especially late in the game there, Brock.
Yeah, it was good. Anytime you can, winning's hard in baseball, and anytime you get out of there with a win, it's a great game, and the guys showed some resilience, got out to an early lead, and then we coughed it up a little bit late, and then came right back and scored 2 runs there in the bottom of the 8th, and then held them. Pitching did a great job slamming the door, and like I said, it's always good getting out of there with a win.
One of the newest R-Phils and one of the R-Phils that's come up and had probably the most attention on him, at least this season, is Justin Crawford, and he's been very impressive so far at AA, impressive at every level. What have been your thoughts on Justin Crawford as the hitting coach of the Reading Fightin' Phils, and have you said anything to him, or are you just kind of right now letting him do his own thing?
No, I let him do his own thing. I mean, he grew up in a clubhouse with his dad being Carl Crawford, so the kid knows how to be a pro. He's 20 years old, and you would think that he's been in pro ball for 8 to 10 years already. The way he goes about his routine and goes about his business and keeps a level head. I mean, it's always easy to keep a level head when you're hitting 400, but I had him last year towards the end of the year in Jersey, and so we had a prior relationship, and he's a pro, and he can really hit, so he's a lot of fun to watch.
So since you had hands-on experience, I'm sure Al Padicki had all the scouting reports, saw him in spring training, but I'm sure Al maybe came up to you and asked you a little bit about him before he got called up?
Yeah, for sure. He just asked, what kind of player he is, what the kid's like, how he's going to fit in the clubhouse, and nothing but great reviews for Justin. The past couple of years being around him, he's an awesome kid.
The knock on Justin Crawford, like you said, it's hard to have a knock on a guy hitting 320, but the knock on him is he hits the ball on the ground too much. That kind of sounds funny because you go back to the Jimmy Rollins days, and the problem was he hit the ball in the air too much. So what makes people happy? And the ultimate answer is the power is the question about Justin Crawford. I don't think there's any question about anything else as to whether or not he hit for power, but he has shown that. I mean, he hit a grand slam on the road, but last night he drove a ball in the gap, but you could see a little bit of a lift. Is it something that will just come naturally, or is it something he ultimately has to adjust a little bit in his swing?
I think maybe it's going to be a little bit of both. Right now, he's so fast that he doesn't have to. People aren't asking him to hit it like sky balls and stuff like that. Just get it off the ground a little bit more. But he's so fast right now where he hits it on the ground, and he can leg out his infield singles and balls in the hole that he beats by half a step and stuff like that.
1 ball and 1 strike to him.
So yeah, it'll be, and I think a lot of it is strength. Like I mentioned earlier, he's 20 years old, so
that's going to allow
he probably,
Kemp to score.
Especially in Double A, that's when you see an uptick in velo from the pitchers and stuff like that. So I think the stronger he gets, the easier it's going to be for him to get the ball in the liner in the air.
It was an awkward stop by Nunez on the backhanded stop.
The bat to ball is what
is
very impressive. Like he makes decent swing decisions, but his bat to ball and the way his hand-eye coordination, the way he puts the ball on the ball is very impressive. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
We thought it was interesting because we were talking about this a little bit ago. We did the morning game in the last homestand, and it was his first game at the stadium, and we were out in the event center in center field
on the veranda.
Yeah, I had to get that in. And he came out prior to the game. He just had the headphones on. He was just kind of walking around his bare feet out around center field. You could see that he was just kind of adjusting himself to the environment and kind of taking it all in. But he seems to be, and you said he's a product of the game with his dad, but he seems to be kind of a student of the game too.
Yeah, absolutely. He's very open to hearing what you have to say if you have something that you recommend to him and stuff like that. But yeah, he's, like I said, being 20 years old and having a routine like that, he grew up in it. He grew up in a big league clubhouse, and he knows how to be a pro, which is very battle. Yes, that's more than half the battle for sure.
Well, we thought it was just impressive he was out there. It was like 8:15 when he was out there on the field before an 11 o'clock first pitch. And Bob mentioned the bare feet. You've been with him before. Is that a normal thing that he does pregame out there in his bare feet? And if so, do you know what the reasoning is?
Yeah, last year I didn't see him ever do that, but I mean the reason people, it's a thing called grounding. So they go out there and you put your feet in or earthing, and you like take in all the
night off
just trying to be grounded, I guess. So
whatever
part
works.
of the routine.
Whatever works.
Exactly.
Don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
As long
as soft as that grass is out there, no reason not to work.
Yeah, no doubt.
Has anyone else thought of maybe coming along on the barefoot ride?
There's a few of them that go out there. Yeah, there's a few of them. Not myself, but there are a few of them.
Did you have any intricacies like that when you were playing? Any like pregame rituals?
It hits the ground behind second base.
I always had to have like things be even on each side of my body. So if I was going to tie my cleats at the end and I messed it up and I had to redo it, then I had to redo the other one. That was like really it. But nothing crazy routine wise.
As far as pregame routines or just odd routines, is there a teammate? You don't have to name them, but is there or you can. I mean, we'd love you to. Is there one that kind of sticks out that you remember? It could be with the Arphils, could be with any of the teams you played for in your career that.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit arphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. As the Reading Fightin Phillies put 2 across in the first, and now it's the Fisher Cats back to the plate here in the top of the second. They're facing young right-hander Moises Chasse for the Fightin Phillies. The Yohendrick Penyango will lead it off, and we'll take the first pitch for a ball. I'm also joined in the booth tonight by Troy Wetzel. He is with American Crane and Equipment Corporation, who is a sponsor in tonight's game, our fireworks sponsor tonight's game for our Harley night. And Troy Wetzel, I've got to read this title because it's a good one. Vice President of Quality, Performance, Improvement, and Legal. That's a heck of a title. What all does that mean?
So that means that I'm responsible for the quality department as well as the legal department, and both go hand in hand in the type of business that we participate in. Our core business is the nuclear industry and many DoD and aerospace jobs. So the legal aspect and the quality assurance aspect are kind of hand in hand.
American Crane and Equipment Corporation, you're headquartered in Douglasville. That is one of the companies and corporations that I would venture to bet that a lot of people have heard of, but may not know exactly what it is you do. You kind of touched on it a little bit. Tell us a little bit more. What is it that is at the core of what American Crane and Equipment Corporation does?
Well, American Crane and Equipment Corporation, we've been around for a little bit over 50 years, I believe 52 to be exact. And we design, manufacture, and site install overhead cranes and lifting, handling equipment. And again, our forte is custom designed equipment. So there's many large projects where we have the lifting equipment installed, including NASA and many of the nuclear utilities. So it's pretty cool. We get to work on a lot of large projects that we have a small piece and a very critical part in those projects.
Johandrick Pinego rolls one to second base for one out here in the inning. That brings up Ryan McCarty. So quite obviously, you may be localized in Berks County, but your business extends way beyond those borders. You are nationwide. Are you worldwide?
We are nationwide primarily, but we are also worldwide. We have a few international customers, again, that are looking for something specialized that some of our competitors overseas have trouble providing.
This is the third year that you guys have been a part of the Harley Night and the fireworks. What about American Crane and Equipment Company and Classic Harley-Davidson and Harley Night makes the marriage work for you?
It's just really cool.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I mean, just watching the bikes come in, and last year was my first game, not here, but for the fireworks night and the Harley-Davidson night, and seeing the fireworks at the end, it was awesome. And seeing the video on the Jumbotron about American Crane, that was awesome too.
I'm just going to tell you something. They pay me to talk, but you just described it far better than I do. It's just cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so awesome when the bikes are coming around the parade. Like, if you're not, I don't care whether you're into motorcycles or you're not into motorcycles, it's just cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have an awesome seat here in the house.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'd like to say I built it, but I didn't. I didn't build the Renders events. I didn't do anything. I just come here and sit in here at night. But no, I mean, but it is cool. But there is a common an acronym that you guys use, and that is GRIT.
Yes.
What is GRIT? Tell us what it means.
So GRIT is having perseverance, heart, and integrity in everything you do. And I've been at the company for 15 years, going on 16 years, and I have to say that every employee there, that's really what makes us successful, our employees. And when the chips are down, grit is just doing it, figuring out a way to get your job done. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult sometimes, but just gritting down and getting it done.
Ryan McCarty tries to steal second base, and Caleb Ricketts provides a little grit as well as he guns him down at second base, and that ultimately will end the inning. It's a quick one and another nice job by Moises Chasse. He gives up a single, but Caleb Ricketts guns him down at second base, and so that will conclude our conversation. One other thing I want to say, Troy, I do know that you guys are hiring, so if people are out there and thinking about the great things you just been talking about, American Crane Equipment Company, how can they go about finding out more information about getting hired?
Absolutely. We are hiring, and I would suggest contacting our HR department, going on our website, and it's a great place to work. It really is. Great group of people, interesting work, and there's a lot to learn.
Outstanding. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Troy Wetzel from American Crane Equipment Corporation. Thank you for being a partner with the Reading Fightin' Phils, and thanks for spending some time with us in the booth.
All right, thank you.
You betcha. Thank you very much. We'll be back after this. It remains 2-0. Fightin' Phils on top on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. Bottom half of the second inning. Marcus Lee Sang leads off and bunted at the first pitch, but unfortunately got a little bit too much of it. Came right rolling back and an easy play for the pitcher, Rafael Sanchez, to throw him out. So one out here in the bottom of the second brings Cade Fergus to the plate. This inning brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. 1-1 strike to Cade Fergus, playing in his second game in the series. He was 1 for 4 in the first. 154 on the season with a couple home runs and 5 RBIs. 1 strike to the right-handed hitter. And that one's a bit low. It's 2-1. Top of the order, Justin Crawford in the on-deck circle for the Fightin Phils. Phils put a 2-spot up in the first, bat here in the bottom of the second. I want to thank Troy Wetzel from American Crane and Equipment Corporation for stopping by in the top of the second and the great work they do. And being a partner with the Reading Fightin Phils and our fireworks sponsor after tonight's game is over with. As Fergus takes one for a called strike, it's 2-2. He'll call time now at the plate. Tried to check his swing and it hit the knob of the bat. So some frustration on the part of Fergus. He was trying to get out of the way of it, but it actually hit the knob of the bat. And so it stays 2 strikes as Carl Ellison has to chase it down and turn it into a souvenir at the first base coach's box. 2-2 to Fergus. Rips one into left center field. That's going to be a base hit, and it's going to get by Paniango and go all the way to the fence. Fergus has got great speed. He'll roll into second and stop there as Deshaun Brown hustles and gets it back into the infield. And so Fergus stops at second with his second double of the season and the third double of the night for the Reading Fightin Phils. The first one is the guy who's coming to the plate right now, and that's Justin Crawford, who got this game started with a double into right field. It's a broken bat double, but he hit it a perfect spot over the first baseman Rainer Nunez's head. It dropped into right field, and with his great speed, he was at second base without a problem, came around to score on a Gabriel Rincones double. He drops the bunt down. Sanchez makes the play, turns and fires in a great play by Rafael Sanchez. There was only one guy who was going to get him. There was no way De Jesus at third was going to get him. The only man who could have made a play on that was the pitcher Rafael Sanchez, and he did everything perfect. Backhanded it, turned, and fired a strike to Nunez at first, and Crawford is out. Fergus does move up on the play, but now there are 2 outs in the inning. So the Phils try and drop 2 bunts in the inning. Marcus Lee Sang started the inning by trying to drop a bunt. Sanchez made the play on that one as well. Eric Brito now bats. He swings at the first pitch. Slow roller towards short. Rivera off balance throw, but it's in time. And the second inning flying by as the Phils are retired. They leave a man on board. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and that 1 man left on base. We've got 2 complete in Reading, and it's the Fightin Phils 2. And the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Top half of the third inning, Rains 2-0, Fightin' Phillies on top. Bob McCool with you tonight from Baseball Town. And Moises Chassé on the mound, making his Reading Fightin' Phillies debut. Again, just 21 years of age. He's 6'1", he's 215 pounds. And he is facing Josh Rivera. And the first pitch to him is there for a called strike. Rivera to be followed by Robert Brooks and then Deshaun Brown, the top of the order. I want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 baseball season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phillies and drink more Pepsi. Rivera lifts one down the first baseline. Shrek will battle with the fence and the elements and make the catch before he runs out of room. And so on 2 pitches, Josh Rivera is retired on the foul out to the first baseman, Trevor Schwecke. And that'll bring up Robert Brooks. So Chassé has struck out 3. He's given up 2 hits. And the first pitch to Brooks is there for a called strike. Has not walked a batter yet, has Moises Chassé. Brooks 1 for 7 so far in the series. Slow roller towards short. Robert Moore up on a big hop. Double pumps, but the throw is right on the money for out number 2. And so that flips the lineup around to Brown, who has got one of those 2 hits. He led off the game with an excuse me single. It hit off, he tried to check his swing and hit off his bat and rolled down the third baseline. And with his great speed, he was safe at first. He ultimately proceeded to steal second and third base after that base hit. Now he bats with 2 outs, and the first pitch from Chassé is low for a ball. Swing and a miss. There are a lot of people around baseball who had some differentiating opinions on who got the better of the deal between the Orioles and the Phillies in the trade for Soto and a couple of young pitchers. 1-1 pitch is there for a called strike. Well, from what the 2 young pitchers, Seth Johnson and now Moises Chassé, have shown so far, it's looked like pretty good for the Phillies. Soto had some moments of good and moments of bad in the Phillies bullpen, and seems to have been a bit of the same in his time with Baltimore. But he is a left-handed reliever and a guy who's experienced a lot, so he certainly can help a team in a playoff chase like the Phillies and or now the Orioles. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brown. Lifts this one shallow right field. The second baseman, Brito, will call for it, and he'll make the catch. And another solid inning for Moises Chassé as the Fisher Cats go 1, 2, 3 in the third. We'll head to the bottom half of the third inning, and it's a 2-0 Fightin' Phillies lead.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Pelleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Pelleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Bottom half of the third inning is brought to you by Swartz-Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz-Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. 2-0 Fightin Phils as Gabriel Rinconis will lead it off for the Phils here in the third. Be followed by Otto Kemp and Trevor Schwecke. Rinconis with an RBI double his first time up. As the left-hand hitter settles into the batter's box, and Rafael Sanchez delivers his first pitch that Rinconis swings and misses. Rinconis was regarded as the number 10 prospect in the Phillies organization coming into this season. That obviously will be adjusted as they have redone the prospect list. A 1 pitch. He's up high for a ball. And certainly the injury impacted his overall 2024 season. But just getting a chance to watch him every day now for the last couple weeks, there's certainly a ton of potential there. 1 ball and 1 strike to it. As he lifts this one, foul territory down the third base line. Going to be a long run and ultimately out of play. De Jesus gave it a chase, but he ran out of room. And so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rinconis. But Rinconis hitting 289 before tonight's game, and obviously it's higher than that now with that double. He's shown some great power. The home run he hit earlier in the series landed on Center Avenue. As that's outside, it's 2-2. But he's played really solid in the outfield, played both right field and left field over the course of this series and this season, mostly in right. He's shown a good arm. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slow roller right side. Again, Nunez backhands it. This time the throw's a little bit better, and Sanchez able to catch it for out number 1. Those 2 could not connect earlier, and that helped the Phils get their second run back in inning number 1. But this time the connection is good, and Rinconis is retired for the first out here in the third. Otto Kemp now will bat. Kemp walked, came around to score that second run for the Phils. First pitch from Sanchez is a bit high for a ball. Swing and a miss. Fastball maybe knee high, maybe a little bit low for Kemp, and he swings over the top of it, so it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Beats that one foul, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're talking about Rinconis in terms of the overall player rankings. Kemp is a prime example of that. He was not considered one of the Phils' top 30 prospects before this season, but he is now for sure, and he has appeared in those latest prospect lists. The job he has done here in 2024. Began the season at Jersey Shore, hit very well there in 40 games, and he's done a great job here in Reading. 1 ball, 2 strikes to him, and he'll roll this one in the hole. Backhanded by Rivera, the shortstop makes the throw across the diamond. Nunez almost came off the bag, but he holds on for out number 2. And that'll bring up Trevor Schwecke. Schwecke got himself a swinging bunt of a base hit his first time up. He's having a great series. He's 6 for 13 now in the series with a couple of doubles and 6 RBIs. The right-hander now will step into the batter's box. Schwecke, who played in the Blue Jays organization up until last season. rolls this one towards second base, and Ryan McCarty will make the play, and this turns into a really easy inning for Rafael Sanchez as the Phils are retired on 3 straight groundouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We have 3 complete at FirstEnergy Stadium, and it remains 2-0 Fightin' Phils.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind Classic Harley-Davidson.
Top half of the 4th inning. Reading Fightin' Phils 2, New Hampshire Fisher Cats nothing. And listening live on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network, my name is Bob McCool. Broadcast partner Jake Starr. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Jake, other duties as assigned tonight, that being he is serving as our PA announcer here at FirstEnergy Stadium. It's not like he's taking a night off. Jake would never do that. Alex DeJesus will lead it off for the Fisher Cats here in the 4th inning. Reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. First pitch to DeJesus is there for a called strike. DeJesus hit one to the wall in left field his first time up. It now sitting at 6 for 14 on the series. And this one looped into right field. That's going to fall for another base hit for DeJesus as Marcus Lee Sang will get over and cut it off quickly. So DeJesus with a leadoff base hit here in the 4th. 7 for 15 for DeJesus now with that base hit. R.J. Schreck now bats. Schreck struck out his first time up. It was the first strikeout for Chassé at the Double-A level. He has since struck out 2 others. And the first pitch is inside for a ball. The comedy of it is that Schreck had fouled off a couple of pitches and then took one for a called third strike, but somehow or another didn't think it was 3 strikes. He thought he had another one coming his way. So Garrett Griffin, the home plate umpire, said, yeah, you don't get any more. Here's a check swing. They'll appeal. He did not go around, so it's 2 balls and no strikes to the left-hand hitting R.J. Schreck. He does have 4 hits in this series, including a solo home run, and it was a bomb off the top facing of the Redners Event Center. It's got another great crowd in it tonight. This one lifted foul and out of play. And that misses again. So it's 3 balls and a strike now to R.J. Schreck. DeJesus takes his lead off of first, and it's a pretty good size one. Chassé comes to the plate, and this one is lifted into shallow towards first base and drifting foul. Schreck gives it a chase, but it runs out of room, so the count is now full. Chassé working from the stretch with DeJesus, the runner at first base. DeJesus has stolen 6 bases, but he's been caught 5 times, and Chaussee will throw over. As I said, DeJesus had a pretty good-sized lead. He has a good conversation with Trevor Schwecke. And now that lead gets bigger. He's got another half-step lead now off of first. Stays put. Schreck beats it into the ground and stays alive at 3-2. And another one fouled out of play. Schreck acquired by the Blue Jays at the trade deadline from the Seattle Mariners. Just a first full season in professional baseball, drafted last year out of Vanderbilt. So this 2024 season is first year in full year in professional baseball. And he swings and misses at that one. No, it actually foul tipped it in and out of the glove of Caleb Ricketts. So he did get a piece of it, and Ricketts couldn't hold on, so it stays 3-2. So interesting for R.J. Schreck that already has experienced the situation of a trade. But he was traded for Justin Turner, longtime veteran baseball player who was acquired by the Seattle Mariners from Toronto. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Schreck. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Schreck goes down a second time on strikes against Chaussee. Big strikeout for the young right-hander. His 4th strikeout of the night. First out here in the 4th, and that'll bring up Rainer Nunez. Nunez, a strikeout victim his first time up. And that pitch is low. Nunez at 261 when tonight's game began with 10 home runs and 46 RBIs. And DeJesus takes his lead off of first. And the pitch to the plate is fouled out of play. It's 1-1. And another fouled out of play. Nunez a little frustrated with himself that he couldn't do better than foul that one out of play at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Best that I've seen so far from Chaussee on the radar gun is 97. He has now thrown 55 pitches. He's got 1 out here in the 4th inning. He's given up 3 hits, all of them singles. Struck out 4, hasn't walked a batter. Nunez started and stopped. They'll appeal, and he said he did not go around, so it's 2-2 now to Rainer Nunez. This one lined into left field. That's going to be trouble. Going to roll off the bounce off the base of the fence. DeJesus around third. He's being waved around. Robert Moore with the throw, and he is out by a mile. Great job by Fergus to pick it off the wall. He hit Robert Moore. Cesar Martin gambling to send him home, and he was out by a long way. 2 down in the inning. So it goes Fergus to Moore to Ricketts for the out. 2 down as Nunez goes to second. So he'll get credit for a double. But the defense behind Chaussee comes up big. And 2 down now in the inning. And Yohendrick Piñano will now bat. And now a balk is called. So Nunez now goes to third as Chaussee balked. Pinyango grounded out to second base his first time up. Still a 2-0 ball game, but the Fisher Cats now with a man on third and 2 outs. And the first pitch to Pinyango, a healthy cut, but he fouled it straight back. Pinyango 10 now for 39 since being acquired at the trade deadline. He came from the Chicago Cubs with his teammate Josh Rivera, who's been playing at shortstop throughout this series. That in exchange, the Cubs got right-handed pitcher Nate Pearson from the Blue Jays. This one outside, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. So this Fisher Cat lineup and roster has most definitely been altered by moves made by the Toronto Blue Jays at the trade deadline. 1 ball and 1 strike to Pinyango. And that's over for a called strike 2. It's 1-2. Pinyango played at High A South Bend in the Cubs organization for 29 games before being promoted to Double-A Tennessee. Hit a combined 9 home runs in those 2. Has not left the yard in a Fisher Cat uniform. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Fouls this one straight back and stays 1-2. Rainer Nunez, the runner at third base. 2 outs, top half of the 4th. Off-speed pitch, fouled straight back. Went with a changeup. And Pinyango did hit it off his front foot, but he got enough of it to foul it straight back, and so it stays 1-2. 62 pitches now thrown by Chase. So we'll see how much rope they give him, how far they'll let him go in terms of a pitch count. 1-2. That's up high. It's 2-2. Again, he has been starting throughout the season, whether it be in High A Aberdeen or in Jersey Shore. Made a combined 11 starts between those 2 stops. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another off-speed pitch that Pinyango lays off, and it's out low and away. It's 3-2. Getting back through Pinyango's season so far, actually his last start with Jersey Shore, he did throw 86 pitches. So that being said, if he gets out of this, he can go another inning for sure, but that's going to be inside and low. It's ball 4. So Pinyango lays off, and that's the first walk surrendered by Chase. And that will bring up Ryan McCarty. And there is clearly a strong contingent from the McCarty clan here. Again, he is a Pennsylvania native. Grew up in Bucks County in Yardley, Pennsylvania. Now Phil Candari, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk with his young right-hander just to settle him down for sure. There is no activity yet in the Phil's bullpen. So my guess is this is nothing more than just a vote of confidence to Chase. Say, hey, you're all right. You still only need 1 out and you're out of the inning. Doesn't matter what's going on. Doesn't matter about the 2 guys on base. Just work on the batter. McCarty did single his first time up. Again, Ryan McCarty from Yardley, Pennsylvania. Played his high school baseball at Pennsbury High School. Led them to a state championship in 2017 in Class 6A, and then went on to play at Penn State University at Abington. So he has the distinct right to call himself a national award winner. He won the Golden Spikes Award at the Division III level at Penn State Abington. And obviously went undrafted and signed by the Toronto Blue Jays in 2022. Great story. Swings and rolls it towards third. Otto Kemp will make the throw to second, and Phil Candari's words of wisdom pay off. 1 pitch later, Chase's out of the inning for the Fisher Cats in the 4th. No runs. There were 2 hits. There were no errors. There was 1 huge defensive play and 2 men left on base. And as a result of that, the score remains still 2-0 Fightin' Phils as we head to the bottom of the 4th when we come back on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin' team store or artphils.com/shop.
We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It remains a 2-0 Fightin' Phil's game. Phil's with a 2 spot in the second inning. In the first inning, and Caleb Ricketts will lead it off here in the fourth. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. Rafael Sanchez had some trouble in that first inning, but he's really settled down nicely since. He's only given up one hit, a double by Cade Fergus since that first inning. 0-1 pitch now coming to Caleb Ricketts. He beats this one, slow roller down the first base line. It will trickle foul. Ricketts, at the center of the troubles for New Hampshire in that first inning. The Phil's run came as a result of a leadoff double for Justin Crawford. He came across with the first run on an RBI double from Gabriel Rincones. Rincones was then caught trying to steal third base and clear the bases. Otto Kemp walked. Trevor Schwecke single, put runners at first and second with 2 outs. And then Ricketts hit a ground ball to first. Rainer Nunez backhanded it, tried to get it to Sanchez covering and threw it away. That allowed Kemp to score, and the error proving costly. The Phil's got the extra run out of it. That's where we stand at 2-0, and it's 0-2 now to Caleb Ricketts leading off the fourth. Tried to check his swing again, and they'll appeal. He did not go around, so it stays 1-2 to Ricketts. Oh, another slow roll down the first base line. This is going to stay fair. It goes right over the bag, and Nunez is there to make the stop and the out. It stayed fair all the way down the line. Nunez was there just in case and thinking maybe that might go foul. But it went literally bounced over the base, and Nunez was there to pick it up and step on the base for out number 1 here in the fourth. That's 6 straight now retired by Sanchez as Robert Moore bats. And the pitch gets away from Brooks, goes all the way to the backstop, but obviously nobody's on base. Brooks out, a little humpback liner to the shortstop Josh Rivera to end that first inning. He's 0 for 1 and 4 for 11 now in this series. 1-0 pitch to him, rolls it to first again. Nunez knocks it down. It's loose and going to be safe. Nunez kind of swiped at it, and it rolled away from him, and once it did that, nobody was there. Sanchez was trying to get over to the bag, and he put on the brakes because the ball was loose. Assume that'll be an error on Nunez, and if so, that'll be his second of the game. It is indeed an error, and so Moore is safe at first. And that'll bring up Marcus Lee Sang. For what it's worth, the Fightin' Phil's bullpen is still quiet, so it would appear that Chase will come back out for the 5th inning. Marcus Lee Sang tried to bunt his way on the first time up, but got a little bit too much of it. Sanchez, the pitcher, was able to throw him out. See if the Fightins don't try to make something happen here with Moore on the base pass and Lee Sang as the hitter. Moore started and stopped. Robert Brooks, the catcher, got up to make the throw before he realized that Moore stopped. The pitch was high to Lee Sang, so it's 1-0. Moore with 18 stolen bases so far on the season in 27 attempts. Lee Sang takes on, this time Brooks will throw down to first base, and Moore is back without a problem. Count pitch was a strike, although Marcus Lee Sang doesn't think so. It's 1-1 to the left-handed hitter. Robert Moore, the runner at first, 1 out. Bottom half of the 4th inning and a 2-0 Reading Fightin' Phil's lead. That one's definitely inside. It's 2-1. So Moore started and stopped on the first pitch. Has not given any indication that he's going in pitch 2 or 3 so far. Pickoff attempt, he dives back in. He barely had gotten off the bag. As this inning unfolds, we'll take a look around the Phillies organization, thanks to EPAW Weather Consulting, your source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. They've been a vital piece of the puzzle tonight. A little bit of drizzle going on here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Beats another one foul, does Marcus Lee Sang. The tarp was on the field up until probably about 5:45 tonight. Got a round of applause, and the grounds crew took that tarp off. Taking a look at the minor league affiliates, in addition to Reading, who's up 2-0. Lehigh Valley lost today to Worcester by a 3-0 score. Jersey Shore up on top by the same 3-0 score in their game against Washington in the middle of the 3rd inning. And Clearwater behind Tampa 7-0 in Clearwater in the 5th inning. Philadelphia Phillies game is now in the bottom of the 5th inning at Citizens Bank Park. Moore takes off. Lee Sang check swing, trickles it fouled on the third base side. So Moore will have to come back to first as the count is full to Marcus Lee Sang. So it's the Nationals 1, Phillies 1, with the Phils coming to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. Christopher Sanchez getting the job done for the Phils so far. He's pitched 6 innings, given up just 1 hit. No walks and a strikeout. Lee Sang again fouls one out of play. Nick Castellanos drove in the Phils run. His 62nd RBI of the season. His second half has been much better. So again, we'll go again at 3-2. We'll see what Moore does here at first as he takes his lead. 1 out in the inning. He does take off, and the pitch is outside, ball 4. Second walk surrendered by Sanchez. And the Phils now have 2 on and 1 out here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Cade Fergus, who doubled his first time up. Good wheels on the bases with Moore at second, Lee Sang at first. Fergus swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. One out here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs on 4 hits for the Fisher Cats. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Phils. 2 big errors so far for New Hampshire. Fightins have played good defense in this one. And now time is called, including throwing a runner out at the plate. Cade Fergus was in the middle of all of that as he played a ball off the wall, found Robert Moore, the relay man, and Moore gunned out the runner to Caleb Ricketts at home. 0-1 pitch to Fergus. Tried to check his swing, and it gets away from Brooks, or was it a foul tip? The umpire's saying it's a foul tip. Brooks is saying he didn't touch it. Now Al Padrique is going to come in and voice his displeasure. He's saying, look, my batter doesn't think it hit his bat. You should be able to tell the difference in the sound. And I think Al Padrique is going to ask the home plate umpire, Garrett Griffin, to check with his fellow umpires to see if they either saw or heard something. Cade Fergus was adamant that the ball did not touch his bat. And it cost the Phils because both runners were moving up. But they sent them back to their respective bases. So if they change this and say it did not touch his bat, obviously it's a difference of a ball or a strike, but they allow the runners to move back to second and third. Guess it's not going to matter. It's like they're going to say it's a foul tip. Fergus is beside himself. So it's no balls and 2 strikes to Cade Fergus. That's way inside. It's 1-2. Lifts this one into right field. Martinez going back, twists around back there. He'll make the catch. Moore wandered too far off the bag, so he cannot tag up. And that's 2 outs now in the inning. Moore probably should have stayed a lot closer to second base and tug up on that, because if Martinez doesn't catch it, he's still going to score. But instead, it remains first and second, and 2 outs now in the top of the order, and Justin Crawford will bat. Again, Crawford double to start the ball game, and then tried to bunt his way on the last time up, and the pitcher Sanchez made a great play on it. Crawford with 15 RBIs in his time with the Fightin' Phils, and the first pitch to him was over for a strike on the outside corner. And that one misses outside. It's 1-1. Justin Crawford, before his promotion from Jersey Shore to Reading, had 35 RBIs. So 50 RBIs from Justin Crawford at a leadoff spot in the middle of August. That's pretty productive. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this one is lifted to left. Pinango going out that way, and he'll make the catch at the foul line. It was an adventure for Yohendrick Pinango, but he does make the catch on the third base foul line for out number 3 in the inning. So for the Fightin' Phils in the 4th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, no hits, and 1 error. There were 2 men left on base, 4 complete. It remains a 2-0 Fightin' Phil lead.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. Ooh. So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi. International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Top half of the 5th inning. Fightin' Phils would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the Phils. 2-0 Fightin's on top. And Moises Chasse back to the mound for the Reading Fightin' Phils. The young right-hander making his Double-A debut tonight here in Baseball Town. Faces Gabriel Martinez. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike. Martinez, a strikeout victim his first time up. One of 4 strikeouts so far for Chasse. And this one's fouled straight back. He's quickly ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes. By the way, Alec Boehm had comes up with a base hit for the Philadelphia Phillies in the bottom half of the 5th inning, giving them a 2-1 lead now over the Nationals. So another RBI for Alec Boehm, driving in Trey Turner with his base hit. Turner had doubled. So the Phils still batting in the bottom of the 5th. They lead the Nationals 2-1 at Citizens Bank Park. No balls and 2 strikes here at FirstEnergy Stadium to Gabriel Martinez leading off the top of the 5th inning. And that one's in the dirt. It's 1-2. So Chassey's given up 4 base hits in his ball game, 3 singles and a double. As I said, he struck out 4, he's walked 1. He's about to throw his 70th pitch of the night. And Martinez holds off, and the count is 2-2. That 94 on the radar gun. Pretty consistently in the 93, 94, 94 range now. It was higher than that earlier. No doubt some adrenaline got him up to his 95 and 96 and even 97 on a couple of pitches through the first few innings. That one misses up high. Now the count is full at 3-2. Martinez swings at it, lifts it into shallow right field behind first base. The second baseman, Eric Brito, will take charge, and he'll make the catch for the easy pop-up for out number 1 here in the 5th. They'll bring up Josh Rivera. He, too, popped up his first time up to Trevor Schwecke at first base. Rivera now 1 for 13 in this series. Mentioned before that he was acquired at the trade deadline by the Blue Jays from the Chicago Cubs with Yohendrick Pinago. And he has struggled in his time since the trade. In a Fisher Cat uniform, he is now 3 for 35. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike. It's 1-1. Before the trade, playing at Double-A Tennessee, he was only hitting at 169. He did have 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. 1-1 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. That a cutter from Chassey that Rivera swung over the top of. That's way up high and away. And now there is some activity in the Phil's bullpen, just in case Chassey run into for further trouble in this inning. Looks like Connor Ash is the first one to get up for the Fightins. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Moises Chassey. Buried a slider, and Rivera went fetching for the second out here in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Robert Brooks, who grounded out the shortstop his first time up. First pitch is way up high for a ball. So that's 78 pitches now for Chassey. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. We got to figure that his night is over after this inning is complete. And you got to like what you've seen from the young right-hander so far tonight. 1-1 to Brooks. Just misses outside. It's 2-1. The only real trouble he experienced was last inning in the 4th. But able to get out of that unscathed and keep it a 2-0 game. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Again, big help from his defense in that last inning with the play from Fergus off the wall to Robert Moore to Caleb Ricketts to gun down Alex DeJesus at the plate. Preserved the shutout. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brooks. Just misses. It's 3-2 again. So the second time he's run the count full in this inning. Beats one fouled on the third base line. Cesar Martin was going to give it a chase, but it rolls away from him. So Cade Fergus will have to do the legwork. And the left fielder will toss it into the stands for a souvenir. And the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to the catcher, Robert Brooks. Brooks started the season at High A Vancouver, promoted at the end of July. 3-2 pitch. Tries this one to left field. Fergus will turn and look and watch as that one will find the seats. Robert Brooks with his first Double-A extra base hit. And it's a towering drive into left field, and with it, the Fisher Cats are within a run at 2-1. So Robert Brooks gets his first Double-A home run, just his third hit since being called up from Vancouver. He did hit 4 home runs at Vancouver, but this one makes it a 2-1 ball game, and it also turns the lineup around now to Deshaun Brown. Deshaun Brown 1 for 2 with a swinging bunt base hit his first time up. He tries to check his swing here, and they'll say he did check. So it's 1-0 now to Brown. So 1 for 2 on the night. And that's over for a strike. It's 1-1. Brown with 5 hits now in the series, 5 for 21 in total. He's batted in the leadoff spot every night. One pitch from Chaussee. It's a slider and a good one that Brown swings and misses at. Now it's 1-2. So again, Chaussee one more strike away from getting out of this inning. And his 1-2 delivery. Again tried to check, and they'll again say he did not go around. So it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. So Moises Chaussee, if in fact he is done for the night, finishes in style with his 6th strikeout. He did leave up a run for the first time in the ballgame on the home run by Brooks, the one hit in the inning. There were no errors and nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's now the Fightins 2, the Fisher Cats 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, and it's a now 2-1 ball game in favor of the Fightin' Phils. Eric Brito will lead it off for Reading here in the 5th inning. This 5th inning presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including Lebanon County Rail Trail. By the way, the Philadelphia Phillies have opened it up in the bottom of the 6th inning at Citizens Bank Park. Phils are still batting in the 6th. They've already put 4 runs across. Now they lead it 5-1. RBI single by Johan Rojas, the latest run scored for the Phils. Edmundo Sosa, Alec Boehm, and JT Realmuto, all with RBI singles in the inning. Phils still batting in the 6th. Actually, the inning just ended. And so it's 5-1 Phillies heading into the top of the 7th inning. 2-0 the count to Eric Brito, leading off the 5th inning here in Reading. And that pitch is outside. It's 3-0. Brito 0 for 2 so far in the ballgame. Flew out to center field, grounded out to short in 2 plate appearances. Brito with a big night last night, a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs, and his bases clearing double last night, the biggest of the bunch, as he takes one over for a called strike. 3-run double in the 8th inning helped the Phils to a 10-6 win last night. 3-1 pitch. Beats this one, high chopper to third. De Jesus has to back up on it. Throw across the diamond. Did Nunez hold the bag? He did. Good stretch there by Rainer Nunez to hold the bag, and Brito is retired for the first out in the 5th. That'll bring up Gabriel Rincones. Rincones with an RBI double to left field his first time up. And a ground out to first in the 3rd inning. So 1 for 2 on the night. Now 19 RBIs on the season. He's got 20 extra base hits now with 11 doubles and 9 home runs. 1-0 the count now to the left-hand hitter. Drives this one to right field. Martinez will turn and say goodbye. Gabriel Rincones bangs it off the rack train sign, and the Phils get that run right back. It's 3-1 Fightin' Phils. Second home run of the series for Gabriel Rincones, his 10th of the year. That'll bring Otto Kemp to the plate. Kemp walked and scored a run in the first, grounded out to short in the 3rd. Big swing, no contact on the off-speed pitch. So Gabriel Rincones with a double in the left center field gap and a towering home run to pull side to right. It's 1-1 now to Kemp. Really, if you're watching Gabriel Rincones play every night, you're really starting to see the potential of the young man if he, after a frustrating year because of the injury. 1-1 pitch. This one's driven into left center field. Piñanga will go back to the wall. He'll look up and he will say goodbye. Otto Kemp clears the left center field fence. Back-to-back home runs, and the Phils lead is 4-1. 10th of the year as well for Otto Kemp, RBI number 32. That'll bring Trevor Schwecke to the plate. Schwecke 1 for 2 on the night with a single back in the first. Also grounded out to second base in his 2 plate appearances. He swings at the first pitch. Turn and say goodbye again. Make it 3 in a row. Trevor Schwecke with his 5th home run of the year. His 7th hit of this series, and the Phils go back to back to back. And that's going to bring Joel Bonnet to the mound for a visit with the right-hander. There's nobody up yet in the Fisher Cat bullpen. So this is a conversation, and not even, I can't even say it's a stall because nobody's up and throwing as of yet. Conversation is over. Caleb Ricketts now will bat. And the first pitch to Ricketts is over for a called strike. Ricketts safe on an error in the first. Rounded out to first his last time up. And there's a weak swing that time by Ricketts. Fooled on the slider. It's 0-2. That one's in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Caleb Ricketts. That's up and away. It's 2-2. Beats 1 foul, stays alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Phil's with a 3 spot on 3 straight solo home runs. Ricketts takes one inside. He's worked the count full now. Lifts this one foul and out of play. He continues to make Rafael Sanchez throw more and more pitches. This one lifted into left center field, but shallow. Brown and Pinango there, and Pinango will make the catch for the second out. That'll bring Robert Moore to the plate. Moore was safe on an error his last time up, and also out on a little infield flare, so 0 for 2 officially on the night. That's way up high for a ball. Just got a note from the man with the information, Jake Starr, as Moore takes one for a ball. The last time the Reading Fightin' Phils went back to back to back, 3 home runs in a row, June 7th, of 2016 at Akron. So there is your statistical note of the night. Back to back to back. First time in 7 and 8 plus years. 3-0 to Robert Moore. And that's ball 4. So Moore works the walk. Third surrendered by Sanchez. Moore a 2-out base runner now for Marcus Lee Sang. I keep thinking I'm going to see somebody get up in the Fisher Cat bullpen, but they have not. Sanchez has thrown 79 pitches. About to throw number 80 to Lee Sang. Moore started, stop. Marcus Lee Sang drives one to right. It's going to be a long run for Martinez. Fair or foul. Dives at the foul line and made the catch. Gabriel Martinez sliding into the Reading bullpen makes a diving catch right at the foul line for the third and final out. What a long run and an impressive one for Martinez to make the catch and end the inning. But a good one for the Fightin' Phils. Back-to-back-to-back home runs for the first time in 8 years. 3 runs on those 3 hits, the 3 home runs. No errors and 1 man left. After 5, the Fightin' Phils 5 and the Fisher Cats 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living. When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why I'm Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phil's front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
We head to the top half of the sixth inning, and the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call. The bullpen has been made. Connor Ash coming on now for the Fightin' Phils, and facing Alex DeJesus. And the first pitch to DeJesus is upstairs for a ball. Been a great season for Connor Ash, as he's about to deliver his 1-0 pitch to DeJesus. And that's on the inside corner for a called strike. Ash in 2024 making his 28th appearance for the Fightin' Phils. 1-4, but don't be fooled by that. 3.08 earned run average. Long look this time from him as he delivers his 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss from DeJesus. It's 1-2. In 49 2/3 innings for Connor Ash, he's given up 37 hits. He struck out 50. He's walked 28. He's made 9 starts. He's been a spot starter, if you want to call him that. He has been a middle reliever, as he is tonight. He's come up with some big innings as well late in the game, as he did earlier in this series. As he's swinging a miss there for DeJesus, and he strikes out the first batter he faces here in the 6th. Connor Ash in the opener of this series. Actually, excuse me, on Wednesday's game 2 of this series, pitched 2 crucial innings in the 7th and 8th. While the Phils came back to win it, Andrew Schultz got the save in the 9th, and the Phils won game 2 5-4. As R.J. Schreck now bats, he's been a strikeout victim twice tonight, facing Moises Chasse. First pitch to Schreck is a called strike. 0-1 pitch, foul tipped straight back. It's 0-2. Talking with manager Al Padrica in a pregame show the other night about Connor Ash. He really glows about the way that Connor Ash has responded to everything they've asked him to do over the course of this season, whether it's a starter, whether it's a middle reliever, end of the game reliever, whenever the bell has rung, Connor Ash has answered it. 0 balls and 2 strikes. This one, a soft liner into right field for a base hit. Marcus Lee Sang will hustle over and get it in quickly and hold Schreck to a single. 6th hit of the night for the Fisher Cats. And that'll bring Rainer Nunez to the plate. Nunez with the double back in the 4th inning. His 10th double of the season. He's 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. There now finally is action in the Fisher Cat bullpen, so I got to think that Sanchez's night is over. Pitch to Nunez is again inside for a ball. So Moises Chasse in his Double-A debut goes 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, a run it was earned, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Nunez lost the bat. It goes flying. Thank goodness the fences are there. That bat would have ended up in the 67 club. It was a swing and a miss. Nunez will get the bat back and hopefully a little spray from the on-deck hitter to put a little sticky on that bat. Johendrick Pinango, the on-deck hitter, said, here, you might want this. The bat went helicoptering towards the 67 club, unfortunately hit the safety nets to prevent it from getting all the way there. So Nunez does get the spray and add a little stick to the bat, and he's back there at 2-1. Beats this one foul. Cesar Martinez dodges it. Cade Fergus will have to go chase it down. The count is 2-2. By the way, the finished piece of that nugget from my colleague Jake Starr about that back-to-back home runs for the Fightin' Phils. As I said, the last time they did it was in Akron on June the 7th of 2016. That's the historical significance of it, but the other piece of that puzzle is the three names who hit those home runs as Nunez calls time. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. I'll give you those names in a minute. It's worth listening for. Shrek takes his lead off of first. Ball in the dirt. It's 3-2. Jorge Alfaro, Dylan Cousins, Rhys Hoskins. That's the three who hit those home runs. All of them had some pretty impressive performances and a footprint on that 2016 Reading Phils season. Three balls and 2 strikes to Nunez. This one up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Shrek rounding second. Crawford gets it up to it and gets it back in the infield to hold Shrek at second. So 2 singles now, all back-to-back for the Fisher Cats with 1 out. We'll bring up Yohendrick Pinango. So Alfaro, Cousins, and Hoskins in 16, and Rincones, Kemp, and Schwecke in 24. The last time the Reading Fightin' Phils went back-to-back-to-back. Pinango now will bat. He is 0 for 1, walked his last time up. 2 on, 1 out. Top half of the 6th inning in a 5-1 Fightin' Phils ball game. First pitch to Pinango is a bit low. Ricketts didn't think so. Ash didn't think so. But the home plate umpire Garrett Griffin did. It's 1-0. Pinango, 6 RBIs on the season with the Fisher Cats. Pitch from Ash. Lifted foul and out of play. Pinango on the year, a total of 45 RBIs. In essence, this is his 3rd stop. Started the season at High A South Bend in the Cubs organization. Then 55 games with Tennessee at Double A. He had 19 at South Bend, 21 at Tennessee, and then 5 since being traded to the Blue Jays. And here with New Hampshire. As he takes this one low, it's 2-1. So a big spot here for Connor Ash. 2 on, 1 out. If the Phils just put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th, 5-1 Fightins. Ash takes a look at second, comes with his pitch, swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. Had Pinango way out in front, and it's 2-2. Pinango had the night off last night. He is now 2 for 12 in this series. Shrek dancing off of second, getting Connor Ash a little nervous, so he steps off. Robert Moore, shortstop, cheating in behind Shrek to keep him at least at arm's length. Ash delivered the 2-2 pitch. Beats it on the ground. Backhanded by Schwecke. There's Moore for 1. The relay to Ash is in time for the double play. Then quickly it changes back to the Fightin' Phils' favor. It goes Schwecke to Moore to Ash covering. 3-6-1 on the double play for the Fightins in the 6th. For New Hampshire in the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and ultimately 1 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It remains 5-1 Fightin' Phils.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phillies great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit brigantiwines.com to learn more.
Yeah, Hampshire University Golden Wolves call the bullpen has been made now for the Fisher Cats bullpen, as right-hander Anders Tolhurst will come on for the Fisher Cats in relief. Tolhurst making his 15th appearance of the season. He's 1-0 with a 5.40 earned run average. 21 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 25 hits. He has struck out 27. He has walked 6. This is his second appearance of this series. And it will be Cade Fergus who will lead it off for the Fightins here in the 6th. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike. Tolhurst pitched in the first game of this series, and he pitched a clean 2 innings and struck out 2. Fergus 1 for 2 on the night with a double. 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. Mentioned this when Tolhurst came in Tuesday's game. It's really a statistical anomaly. In 14 appearances and in 21 2/3 innings pitched, including the 2 the other night, he has given up 8 home runs. 1-1 pitch to Fergus is a late swing, and he's fouled out of play. Fergus to be followed by Justin Crawford and Eric Brito. That's 9-1 and 2. And Al Padrique's lineup tonight here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 5-1 Fightin Phillies lead it in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Run on 7 hits, 2 errors for the Fisher Cats, 5 runs on 7 hits for the Phils. They've played excellent defense. 1-2 pitch to Fergus, outside for a ball. Excellent defense, including that excellent job on the double play to end that 6th inning for the Fisher Cats after they had 2 on and 1 out. 2-2 the count to Cade Fergus. Swing and a miss, and Tolhurst gets the first batter he sees on strikes for out number 1 here in the 6th. That'll bring up Justin Crawford. Crawford with a double on his first time up, came around to score the Phils' first run. 1 for 3. Tried to bunt his way on in the second. Was thrown out by Rafael Sanchez, and then flew out to left field his last time up. Swing and a miss. Crawford with a healthy cut at the first pitch he sees from Tolhurst, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That one's too far inside. It's 1-1. Great crowd on hand here tonight, as there generally is on a Saturday night at the ballpark with fireworks, but tonight being Harley night, even an extra special crowd on hand tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike to Justin Crawford. Lines it the other way. That's going to be a base hit. Justin Crawford with a line drive to left field for his 2nd hit of the night, 6th hit of the series. And as always, you're going to have to pay attention to Crawford when he's on the base path. Again, Crawford on Thursday night, after getting off to a 4-for-8 start in this series, just kind of got himself a little bit out of whack. Thought the swing had gotten a little big a couple of times. He was 0 for 5. Including a couple of strikeouts in his last 2 times up. And I think a well-thought-out move by Al Padrique to give him a night off. And here he comes back, and he's 2 for 4. He's on base with 1 out for Eric Brito. And the first pitch to Brito is low for a ball. Brito 0 for 3 so far. No indication from Crawford, at least on the first pitch, that he was running. So he takes his lead off at first. Not going here, and Brito takes one outside for a ball. Crawford, 8 stolen bases in 9 attempts in his time in Reading. 2 balls and no strikes to Eric Brito. Crawford takes off here, pitches high, throw down is nowhere close. Crawford almost came off the bag, but he got the hand back in. The throw from Brooks was on the shortstop side of the bag, and Crawford steals it, no problem. So the 9th stolen base for Crawford puts him in scoring position, and the count is now 3 balls and no strikes to Eric Brito. See if he doesn't have a take sign here at 3-0. He does take, and it's there for a strike. Brito with 3 RBIs in last night's game. And he's got a runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the 6th. Beats this one off the plate, backhanded by McCarty from the shortstop side of second base. Will throw Eric Brito out. Nice play by Ryan McCarty. Crawford does move up to third base on the ground ball. It was a high chop off the plate, and McCarty, the second baseman, fielded it on the shortstop side of the bag and gunned out Eric Brito for out number 2. So Crawford now 90 feet away, and Gabriel Rincones will bat. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Big night for Rincones. RBI double in the first and a towering solo home run in the 5th. The first of what was 3 straight home runs for Reading in that 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. He's there for a called strike. So 3 RBIs now for Rincones in this series, 21 on the season. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to him right now. Checked his swing. It's 2-1. Justin Crawford, the runner at third. His base hit, the 8th of the night for the Fightins. Rincones trying to cash him in. Lifts this one in the infield, foul. It's drifting for De Jesus, the third baseman, trying to get away from Al Patrique, and he'll make the catch for the 3rd and final out. For the Phils in the 6th, no runs, was 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We will head to the 7th. It's still the Fightins 5, the Fisher Cats 1.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown and Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedent over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Connor Ash back to work here in the top half of the 7th inning. 5-1 Fightin' Phils. Ryan McCarty bats for the Fisher Cats and takes one outside for a ball. McCarty 1 for 2 on the night with a single back in the 2nd inning. 1-0 pitch, lifts it straight up, shallow left. The shortstop Moore back. He'll call for it, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Now we'll bring Gabriel Martinez to the plate. Martinez 0 for 2 so far on the night. First pitch to him is up and away for a ball. This day in baseball town history, presented by our friends at Savage Auto Group. Visit Tim Profit and all the boys at Savage 61 for all your automotive needs. Get you that nugget in a moment as Connor Ash delivers his 1-0 pitch to Martinez. Big swing, no contact. August 17, 2014. At Reading, Hobie Milner tosses a 99-pitch, 3-hit shutout in an hour and 58 minutes. My kind of ball game as Reading tops Binghamton 1-0, avoiding a season sweep by the B-Mets. Milner strikes out 5 and does not allow a walk. Jake Fox's RBI single in the 4th is the game's only run. 2 balls and 1 strike to Gabriel Martinez now as Connor Ash is about to deliver. And fouls this one straight back into the seats. I can guarantee you what my colleague Jake Starr will put into next year's this date in baseball town history. On August 17th of 2024, Gabriel Rinconis, Otto Kemp, and Trevor Schwecke went back-to-back for the Fightin Phils in their game against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. That was what makes this game a 5-1 Fightin Phils lead with the Fisher Cats batting in the 7th. Martinez swinging a miss, and that will be second strikeout for Connor Ash, and it's also the second out here in the 7th. As Martinez chases one up and out of the strike zone, that'll bring Josh Rivera to the plate. Both bullpens are quiet, so it looks like Tolhurst will get another inning for the Fisher Cats. Would assume that Connor Ash will be finished after this 7th inning with 2 outs now. And facing Josh Rivera. First pitch, called strike 1. The double play so huge to finish off that 6th with Ash teetering a little bit with back-to-back singles. But that quickly the inning comes to an end with a double play. 0-1 pitch coming to Rivera. Just misses, it's 1-1. Trevor Schwecke at first base started the double play. Having a guy who can play the middle infield playing at first base, it was well played by Schwecke. Robert Moore covering it short, and then a great job by Connor Ash to get over and cover the bag at first. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Rivera again going for it all, comes up empty, and it's 1-2. Just a huge swing from Josh Rivera. One ball and 2 strikes. Fouls that one out of play, staying alive. That pitch humming back towards the facing of the press box. So it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rivera. Lifts this one into right field. Marcus Lee Sang will close down the gap and make the catch for the 3rd and final out. So 1-2-3 inning for Connor Ash. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 7th inning stretch in baseball town. 5-1, Fightin Phils on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach, featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program, ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. This inning brought to you by Swartz Colton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Colton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Otto Kemp will lead it off for the Phils here in the bottom of the 7th. As I said, Anders Tolhurst back out for a second inning for the Fisher Cats. And as I also expected, there is some activity in the Fightin' Phils bullpen to take over for Connor Ash in the 8th inning after Ash gives the Phils 2 more solid innings of relief work. Christian Hernandez, who's up, getting loose for the Phils. Otto Kemp takes one for a ball. Kemp 1 for 2 on the night with a home run his last time up. In the middle of that 3 straight home run barrage. He also walked and scored a run, in addition to grounding out to shortstop. Ball up high again. It's 2-0. So Kemp 1 for 2 with a couple of runs scored and an RBI. 2-0 pitch. Lifts this one fouled out of play. By the way, the Philadelphia Phillies game is over already at Citizens Bank Park. I had to check to see the box score to see how 2 hours and 6 minutes. Great job by Christopher Sanchez. Phils had that big 4-run inning in the 6th, as I was talking about, and all of a sudden the game was complete. As Tolhurst missed low, it's 3-1 now to Kemp. Christopher Sanchez got the complete game. 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Sanchez goes the full 9 innings, gives up just 2 hits, did not walk a batter, and struck out 4. Picks up his 9th win of the season. And the rarity of rarities in baseball anymore, a complete game victory for Sanchez, his 2nd complete game of the year. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Otto Kemp, leading off the 7th. That's up high, ball 4. So Kemp on board for the 3rd time in this ball game. First walk Tolhurst has given up. And that will bring up Trevor Schwecke, who culminated the back-to-back-to-back home runs with his 5th home run of the season last time up. He's got 2 hits on the night. 2 for 3 with the run scored and a home run. And an RBI, excuse me. Single, home run, ground out to second in between. Kemp lead off at first. And that's over for a called strike. They weren't really paying attention to Kemp, and I think Kemp was thinking about trying to make him pay for it and then decided not to. Now they say, hey, you might want to pay attention to that guy at first, so there's a pickoff attempt. Kemp dives back without a problem. Kemp has stolen 5 bases on the year, but he's been caught 4 times. Good lead. And he's going to take off. Pitch is inside for a ball. The throw down to second is not in time. So Otto Kemp steals his 6th base of the year. And so he's in scoring position now with nobody out here in the 7th. And the hot-hitting Trevor Schwecke at the plate. Schwecke 7 for 15 in this series with now 2 doubles, a home run, and 7 RBIs. No balls and 2 strikes to him. That pitch actually was called a strike. And that one is fouled off, and he stays alive. Caleb Ricketts in the on-deck circle for the Fightin' Phils here in the 7th. And that's outside. The count is 1-2. Good lead for Kemp at second base. And another pitch outside. It's 2-2. Good patience by Schwecke right now. And as hot as he is, he's certainly seeing the ball well and confident. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to the veteran right-handed hitter. Down to the third base line, backhanded by De Jesus. Low throw, and Nunez gets away from him. Kemp will pick up, and he will head home as Nunez slow to get up and pick it up, and Kemp is safe at first. Just bad defense throughout this game and in this series for the Fisher Cats. And Rainer Nunez was sidestepping his way to the ball and trying to keep an eye on Kemp. Kemp had dove head first into third base, so he didn't see it. Al Padrique was yelling at him to get up and run to first base, or run to home. He picks himself up, and as I said, Nunez was sidestepping his way to the ball. If he just ran over and picked it up, he probably could have thrown Kemp out at home or made him have second thoughts about doing it, but it took him so long to get it. And then by the time he got there, Kemp beats the throw home. So Schwecke's safe. We'll see how they ultimately score that, if it's a single and an error. But the run will be unearned because quite obviously the throw away is what allows Kemp to get up and come home. Schwecke moves up to second base on it. It's the third error of the night. It's going to be a throwing error on De Jesus. Ricketts now will bat. And the pitch to Ricketts is over for a called strike. So it looks like it will be just a straight error on the play, not a hit and an error. Because if it was a good throw, I think Schwecke is out. He's at second base now. Still nobody out in the inning. And a 6-1 lead now for the Fightin' Phils. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Ricketts, who's 0 for 3 on the night. Lifts this one foul and over the third base dugout and into the seats. And a fan with a glove makes a catch. Young man, the Trey Turner jersey on. Actually, I don't know if he caught it based on the look on his face. I thought it was off his glove. But I guess based on the look on his face, it must have been off his glove. So it's 1-2 now to Caleb Ricketts. Schwecke takes his lead off of second. Again, nobody out here in the 7th. It's way inside. It gets away from Brooks into the backstop, and Schwecke will move up to third base. So that'll go down as a wild pitch. And Schwecke now 90 feet away. And 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. Way inside again. It's 3-2. Robert Moore in the on-deck circle for the Fightin' Phils. New Hampshire now brings the infield in, despite the fact it's a 6-1 game, trying to cut off any further damage with a runner at third. 3-2 to Ricketts. Ricketts drives this one to straightaway center field. Brown back to the triangle, leaps up, and he cannot make the catch. And Ricketts will roll into second base. Schwecke will score RBI double for Caleb Ricketts. It's now a 7-1 Fightin' Phils lead. 7th double of the season for Caleb Ricketts, his 29th RBI of the year. He hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Brown tried to make the leaping catch, and he could not do so. So Ricketts safe at second with the RBI double. 7-1 Reading, and still nobody out here in the 7th. Robert Moore will bat. Moore's been on base twice without a hit to show for it. Safe on an error and walked. First pitch, there for a strike. Ricketts now takes his lead off of second. And that misses outside. It's 1-1. There is some activity in the Fisher Cat bullpen now as Tolhurst struggling here in his second inning of work. More big swing, no contact. Jonathan Lavallee is up and throwing in New Hampshire's bullpen. One-two pitch to the plate. Moore drives this one to center field, but it's shallow. Brown is there. He'll make the catch. Ricketts will tag, but he's not going to go anywhere. That's out number one here in the seventh. It'll bring up Marcus Lee Sang. Sang with a bunt attempt his first time up that was thrown out by the pitcher Rafael Sanchez. Walked and flew out to right field in 3 plate appearances, so officially 0 for 2 on the night. Swing and a healthy one at that, and a foul straight back to the backstop. And that's there for a called strike 2. 2 runs across for the Phils here in this 7th inning. They lead it by a 7-1 difference. Caleb Ricketts, who doubled on second base with 1 out. And no balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Marcus Lee Sang. Just misses outside. It's 1-2. Lifts this one foul and out of play. Count is 2-2. Excuse me, stays 1-2. Fightin' Phils have won 3 out of the first 4 in this series. So again, they could do no worse than a split. But now in prime position to take another and win the series for sure with another game to play tomorrow. Marcus Lee Sang tried to check his swing, but he went around. And that is the second strikeout for Tolhurst, second out of this 7th inning. And I'll bring up Cade Fergus. Fergus was the first one to face Tolhurst and struck out. He's 1 for 3 on the night with a double. Ricketts remains at second base now with 2 outs. The right-handed hitting Cade Fergus at the plate. Big swing, no contact. Fisted on the right side is going to get through for a base hit. Ricketts being waved around. He will score. It's an 8-1 Phillies lead. RBI base hit for Cade Fergus, his 6th RBI of the season. And that'll also flip the lineup around now to Justin Crawford. Fergus didn't hit it hard, but he hit it in a perfect spot. And that appears to be the end of the line for Tolhurst as Cesar Martin will make the walk to the mound. Has not yet given the signal. Now he takes the ball, and it will be a pitching change. We'll tell you all about it when we come back right after this.
Nursing home
In
neglect
continuation of the 275th anniversary of Reading celebration, the Art Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on off Thursdays in 2024. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Brooks Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, Rip It Baseball Town Charities Batting Cages, and Lavelle Law Firm. Come celebrate the city of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2024. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, Memory support online at the Highlands of Wyomissing, or at the where every day is Bank filled ticket with office. purpose
and connection. Our innovative approach featuring the
Spend some quality time with the family by taking
Still
them
Here
out to a ball
program
game every
ensures
Sunday
that every
home game
resident
at
living with
FirstEnergy
Alzheimer's
Stadium.
or dementia
Sundays are Burks
experience
Packing
a
Sunday
life worth
Family
living.
Fun Days presented by
Evidence-based
Empire
techniques
Home
and
Center,
personalized
Golden
care,
Oaks Golf
we
Club,
focus on
Long Home
meaningful
Products,
engagement to reduce
T-Mobile,
common
and
symptoms
Rip It
like
Baseball
agitation
Town
and
Charities.
anxiety.
Get 4 tickets,
Join us
4
in
hot
celebrating
dogs,
the
and 4
person
sodas
behind the memory
for only
loss
$62
with
when
activities tailored
purchased
to
in
their
advance.
unique interests and
Join us for Burks
abilities.
Packing Sunday
Discover the
Family
difference
Fun
with
Days at all
Aspire
Sunday
Memory
home
Support
games all
at the
season
Highlands
long.
at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
So the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. We'll bring in Jonathan Lavallee. Lavallee got the save in Thursday night's win for the Fisher Cats, the lone win for them in this series. He went a pitch an inning and a third, did not give up a hit or a run, and struck out 3. And so he comes in this ball game to try and stop the Phils in this 7th inning where they've already got 3 runs across. They lead it 8-1, and Justin Crawford coming to the plate now for the Fightins with Cade Fergus at first base and 2 outs. Crawford 2 for 4 at the night. Fergus is 2 for 4 as well, but he's already on first base. And that one gets away again from Brooks, and Fergus will move up to second. So the first pitch from Lavallee goes all the way to the backstop. It's been a rough series for Robert Brooks behind the plate. It's a wild pitch, but he didn't get much of anything on it other than try to backhand it. So Fergus now in scoring position for Crawford, and 1-0 to Justin Crawford. Doubled and scored in the first, singled his last time up. That's way up high. It's 2-0. So Crawford with 6 hits now in the series, 6 for 17. Batting average at .337 now as he stands in. 2 balls and no strikes to it. May have went after ball 3 as he was up and in, and he fouled it off his foot. And it looks like I'm only laughing because it's not my foot, but it's Justin Crawford has the protective device that most players have on their front foot and ankle. And fortunately for him, he fouled it off his back foot, the one that's not protected. So it's 2-1 now to Crawford as he gets back in the batter's box after walking off the bumblebees on his foot. 2 balls and a strike to him. And that one fouled, that one off the mask of the catcher Brooks, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cade Fergus takes his lead off of second. 2 down in the inning, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Justin Crawford. Fisted the other way towards third. DeJesus up with it. He'll make the throw accurately this time, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 7th. But they do more damage with the bats. And some troubles again on the field for New Hampshire, helping a cause. 3 runs in the inning. They did it all on 2 hits. There was an error, and 1 man left on base. 7 innings complete. The Reading Fightin' Phils 8, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats 1.
Nursing home
In
neglect
continuation of the 275th anniversary of Reading celebration, the Art Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on off Thursdays in 2024. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Brooks Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, Rip It Baseball Town Charities Batting Cages, and Lavelle Law Firm. Come celebrate the city of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2024. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Catay Law Offices and some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Brooks Packing Sunday Friday features special Los Luchadores Day Ready uniforms, Golden Oaks Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the Baseball Town charity. Get tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphillies.com, or at the Customer's Bank ticket office. Join us for Brooks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long.
Top half of the 8th inning, and the Auburn University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in Christian Hernandez. Hernandez certainly had plenty of time to warm up with the Phils putting 3 runs across in that inning, plus a pitching change mixed in. Hernandez will face Robert Brooks, and then the top of the order for the Fisher Cats here in the 8th. Hernandez making his 26th appearance of the season. He's 1-2 with a 2.75 earned run average. As he delivers his first pitch, and Brooks takes it for a called strike. Hernandez has pitched 36 innings. He's given up 31 hits. He's struck out 36, and he's walked just 6. Brooks 1 for 2 with a home run, the only run of the game for the Fisher Cats back in the 5th inning. That was off of the starter Moises Chasse, who made his Baseball Town debut tonight for the Reading Fightin' Phils and pitched quite well. 5 innings, 5 hits, gave up just that 1 run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. 1 ball and 1 strike to Robert Brooks, leading off the 8th. And the 1-1 pitch is outside for a ball. Hernandez pitched in Thursday night's losing effort for the Phils, pitched an inning without giving up a hit or a run, did strike out 1 batter. 2-1 pitch from him. Fouled down the first base line and drifting out of play. Again, Phils and Fisher Cats finish off the series tomorrow night, 5:15 first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Rangers Suarez bobblehead giveaway for kids in tomorrow's ball game. Been a great giveaway week this week here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And Brooks takes that one outside for a ball. Actually, that's ball 4, so Ricketts has to hustle back to go get. Actually, they called that a strike. Apparently, they called it a strike. It got away from Ricketts. I saw Ricketts hustling back to the backstop, and I thought it was 2-2, but I guess it was strike 3, and Brooks is safe at first. So we'll see how they rule that, but it still goes as a strikeout for Hernandez. But Brooks is safe at first. Well, it'll either be a wild pitch or a pass ball. I'm going to assume it's going to be a pass ball on Ricketts. So Brooks is safe at first with nobody out, and Deshaun Brown will bat. He's 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Brown singled back in the first inning, stole a couple bases as well. One-0 pitch, way inside, almost hit him. Talked about the giveaways this weekend. How about an Alec Bohm bobblehead on Tuesday? A Bryson Stott T-shirt on Wednesday. Tonight, Harley hat giveaway, and then tomorrow a Rangers Suarez bobblehead. That's a pretty good run. 3 balls and a strike now to Brooks as Hernandez struggling to find the strike zone. Brooks not going anywhere at first. 3-0 pitch to the plate. It's there for a called strike. Brown taken all the way. That's over for another called strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the slider. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. So Hernandez comes from behind 3-0 to get 3 straight strikes and retire Brown for out number 1. It's actually 2 strikeouts now for Hernandez, but of course it got away from Ricketts and allowed Brooks to get to first base. So 2 strikeouts, but only 1 out in the inning, and I'll bring up Alex DeJesus. DeJesus 1 for 3 on the night with a single back in the 4th inning. He was the runner that was cut down by a great defensive play by the Phils on a double by Nunez off the wall. Cade Fergus played it off the wall, hit Robert Moore, the relay man at shortstop, who threw out Nunez on a strike to Ricketts at home. And De Jesus was out by a mile as he fouls this one out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to De Jesus. Up and in, almost hit him. It's 2-1. That's way outside. It's 3-1. So Hernandez went 3-0 on Brown and came back and struck him out. Now he's 3-1 on De Jesus. Beats it foul. It's 3-2. Now, De Jesus will call time at the plate. Down the third baseline, Kemp backhands it, throws to second for 1. The relay is in time. Another outstanding defensive play around the horn. Kemp to Brito to Schwecke to end the inning on a double play. 5-4-3 in the books, and the Fisher Cats are done here in the 8th. Phil's putting on a clinic on the defensive side tonight for New Hampshire. No runs, no hits, no errors, and ultimately nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 8th we go. It remains an 8-1 Fightin' Phil's lead.
Nursing home
In continuation of the 275th anniversary of Reading celebration, the Art Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on off Thursdays in 2024. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays, thanks to Brooks Career and Technology Center, H&F Media.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, the Fightin' Phils on top 8-1. They'll send Eric Brito, Gabriel Rincones, and Otto Kemp to the plate. Jonathan Lavallee back out there for the Fisher Cats. He came on to get the final out of the 7th inning. So Brito leads it off here in the 8th. He is 0 for 4 on the night. Checks his swing here for a ball. And beats this one on the ground, and Robert Brooks is down. Catcher took that one, and he is shaken up. here in this 8th inning. Well, Brooks shakes off the injury. We'll take a look at our Fightin' Phil's team leaders, presented by OPS Security Group. Join the winning team at OPS Security Group. Protecting communities starts with you. Visit opssecuritygroup.com to apply. As this game is in the hands of the bullpen from here on out, Carlos Francisco leads the Reading Fightin' Phils in appearances on the season with 37. That is our OPS Security Group team leader for tonight. Burrito takes one outside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Rolls this one down the third base line. De Jesus waits for it. His throw is on the money at first base for out number 1 here in the 8th. Before Gabriel Rincones comes to the plate, we'll remind you about Jersey Mike's Subs. They're always offering a sub above, providing their customers with delicious sustenance and substance. Huge variety of options, including both warm and cold subs. Jersey Mike's prides itself on fresh baked bread, fresh sliced meats, and fresh grilled sandwiches with 2 convenient Burke County locations, including the Fifth Street Highway in Reading and Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing. Jersey Mike's, your home for flavorful subs with quality local ingredients. Order today at jerseymikes.com. Jersey Mike's Subs, a proud 2024 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. Gabriel Rincones 2 for 4 in the night. Takes the first pitch low. Lavallee back with the next pitch. Big cut by Rincones and a high fastball. Comes up empty. It's 1-1. Rincones, RBI double in the first. Solo home run in the 5th. 1-1 pitch. Way up high. It's 2-1. Looks like Andrew Schultz is up in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. Trying to come on to get the last 3 outs. Rincones takes that one outside. It's 3 balls and a strike to the left-hand hitter. Drives this one straight up, but drifting foul and behind home plate. And so the count is full now to Rincones. Healthy crowd on hand tonight. Sticking around to watch some fireworks at the end as Rincones takes one for a ball 4. So he's on base for the 3rd time tonight. First walk, for Lavallee since coming on. Rincones at first base for Otto Kemp, who's also been on base 3 times tonight. Couple of walks and a solo home run. He's also scored 3 of the Phil's 8 runs on the night. A run on 7 hits, 3 errors for New Hampshire. 8 runs on 10 hits. Phil's have been clean defensively tonight as Kemp swings and misses. Phil's have turned a couple of big double plays in this ball game to finish off some innings. And, of course, that big relay thrown out at the plate earlier on as well to help Chase get out of a jam. That one into dirt to Kemp. It's 1-1. Rincones takes his lead off at first and not bothering to hold him on. That's way up high. It's 2-1. Runner at first, 1 out. Bottom half of the 8th inning in an 8-1 game. Kemp fouls this one straight back. It's 2-2. Lots of questions about the forecast for tonight, but all in all, rain is held off. Here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's 2-2. This one lifted foul and out of play. Like I said, the tarp was on the field until sometime, I'm going to say 5:30, 5:45, when the grounds crew came out to pull the tarp off the field. Got a nice round of applause from the fans here at FirstEnergy Stadium when the tarp came off the field. Stayed that way throughout the night, and that's always a good thing as Kemp takes one on the outside corner for a called 3rd strike. I don't think Otto Kemp thought so, but that's the first strikeout now for Lavallee and the second out here in the 8th. That'll bring Trevor Schwecke to the plate. Schwecke, like Rincones, like Kemp, has also been on base 3 times in this ballgame. Single, solo home run, and safe on an error his last time up. He scored a couple of runs, driven in 1. That one's in the dirt. 7 RBIs now on the series for Schwecky. 7 hits as well. 3 of them extra base hits with a couple of doubles and a home run. 1 ball and no strikes to him right now with Rinconis at first. Rolls it towards short. Rivera up with it. He'll make the throw in plenty of time, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 8th. For Reading, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the 9th. It's winning time in baseball town. The Phils on top 8-1.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club.
The Alberta University Golden Wolves call. The bullpen has been made. As I said before, it'll be Andrew Schultz to come on to try and get the final 3 outs of this ballgame. Schultz making his 32nd appearance of the season. He's 1-2 with a 5.52 earned run average. 29 and 3rd innings pitched. He's given up 26 hits, 33 strikeouts, 18 walks. He does have 5 saves on the season. This obviously will not be a save situation with the Phils on top 8-1, but Al Padrique and Phil Kaderi figuring that Schultz needs a little bit of work, so he'll come on here to get the final 3 outs of this ballgame. R.J. Schreck will lead it off for the Fisher Cats here in the 9th. And the first pitch there for a called strike. Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium, 6,743. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. No balls and a strike to R.J. Schreck. Beats this one foul, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Schreck 1 for 3 in the night. A couple of strikeouts and a single in his 3 plate appearances. Beats this one foul. Stays no balls and 2 strikes. That's outside. It's 1-2. Phil's pitching staff has given up just 1 walk in tonight's game. They've struck out 10. And that walk by starter Moises Chasse back in the 4th inning. The only real trouble that he ran into. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Schreck lifts this one foul and out of play. Schreck a little mad at himself because he mistimed that one. He's way out in front of that pitch. Pulled it way foul. So it stays 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-hand hitter. Schreck 5 for 16 in this series. He's the designated hitter in tonight's game for the Fisher Cats. Swing and a miss in and out of the glove of Caleb Ricketts. He's barking at the home plate umpire on his way back. I have no idea why. He swung and missed at the pitch. Not sure what R.J. Schreck is mad about, but he's a strikeout victim and out number 1 here in the 9th. That'll bring up Rainer Nunez. Nunez 2 for 3 on the night. 2 of the 7 hits for the Fisher Cats so far with a single and a double. First pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Lines this one into center field for a base hit. So 3 hits now for Nunez. He's a 1-out base runner. And that'll bring up Johandrick Pineda. Diego on the night, 0 for 2. He did walk back in the 4th inning. Nyong'o, left-handed hitter. Nunez at first. They obviously will not bother to hold him on in a 7-run game. 1 out, top of the 9th. Schultz delivers. There for a called strike 1. So Moises Chasse in position to pick up his first win at the AA level tonight. 0-1 pitch. On the ground, Brito, the second baseman, to Moore for 1. The relay is in time. How appropriate that this game ends on yet another double play. Eric Brito ranges far to his left, makes the throw to Moore, who guns the throw to first in time for the double play. Goes 4-6-3, and the game ends on a 3rd double play turned by the Phil's infield tonight. For the Fisher Cats in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and again, nobody left on base. Final score, the Reading Fightin' Phil's 8, the New Hampshire Fisher Cats 1. We'll come back with a wrap in the postgame show right after this on the Reading Fightin' Phil's Radio Network.
Berk's Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizepa.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Welcome back to the postgame show where the Reading Fightin' Phils make it 2 in a row, and now 4 of 5 in this series against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. They win it by a final score of 8-1. Here's how this one unfolded tonight here at FirstEnergy Stadium on a great night for the home team. Justin Crawford got it started with a double in the right field his first time up. After a fly ball out from Eric Brito, Gabriel Rincones lined a double in the left center field gap for his 11th double of the season. By the way, the double for Crawford, his 7th since joining the Fightin' Phils. Rincones' 11th double was also his 19th RBI of the season. And the Phils are on top 1-0 after a walk to Otto Kemp. Trevor Schwecke then singled. Rincones was thrown out, by the way, trying to steal third base. So it was first and second and 2 outs. And then Caleb Ricketts had a ground ball to first that first baseman Rainer Nunez backhanded, tried to flip it to Rafael Sanchez, the pitcher, covering, threw it away, and that allowed Kemp to score to make it a 2-0 game. Moises Chasse making his AA debut for the Fightin' Phils. right-hander acquired with Seth Johnson at the trade deadline for the Baltimore Orioles in exchange for Gregory Soto, was solid tonight in his debut, and he held the Fisher Cats scoreless up until the 5th inning when Robert Brooks hit a solo home run, the only blemish for Chasse on the night. 5 innings, 5 hits, just that 1 run, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. So with the Brooks home run, it was a 2-1 game in favor of the Phils as they came to the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the fireworks that are about to happen here at FirstEnergy Stadium happened a little early. They happened in the 5th inning. Gabriel Rinconis with 1 out started it by banging one off the rack train center in right center field for his 10th home run, and his 2nd RBI of the night, his 20th RBI of the season, his 2nd home run of the series, by the way, and it was a 3-1 game. Otto Kemp was the next batter up, and he drove one out to left center field for his 10th home run as well, his 32nd RBI of the season. And the Fightin' Phils made it a 4-1 game. Up comes Trevor Schwecke, and he drives one out to left center field as well. His 5th home run of the season, his 35th RBI, his 7th RBI of this series. And Trevor Schwecke with a back-to-back-to-back home run for the Fightin' Phils. Again, first time since 2016 when Jorge Alfaro, Dylan Cousins, and Reese Hoskins did it in Akron. And the Fightin' Phils did it tonight here in Baseball Town with 3 straight, and with that a 5-1 lead. And the Phils were not done. They went back to work with the bats in the 7th inning, and this time it was Kemp leading it off with a walk. Trevor Schwecke then hit a ground ball to third after Kemp stole second. Schwecke hits a ground ball to third. Alex DeJesus with a bad throw gets away from Rainer Nunez. That allows Kemp to score. Schwecke moved up to second, then moved up to third on a wild pitch. Caleb Ricketts then drove one to the triangle in straightaway center field for a double. His 7th double of the season, his 29th RBI, as Schwecke came across with a 2nd run in the inning, the 7th run of the night. And then 2 batters later, Cade Fergus rolled one into right field for a base hit, his 6th RBI of the year, and Ricketts came around with run number 8. The bullpen did the rest of the work for the Phils. Great night for Moises Chasse in his debut. Connor Ash, Christian Hernandez, and Andrew Schultz threw a couple of donuts at the Fisher Cats. They gave up just the 1 run, 1 walk, and ultimately 11 strikeouts. A great combined effort and tremendous defense tonight for the Fightin' Phils. Again, the relay throw home on the double by Nunez back in the 4th inning. Cade Fergus made the play off the wall, hit Robert Moore, who threw it home to Ricketts to gun down Alex DeJesus to took Chasse out of some damage. And the Phils turned 3 double plays, including on the final play of the ball game, to limit any damage for the Fisher Cats. For Reading, 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 9 men left on base. For the Fisher Cats, 1 run on 8 hits, 3 errors, and they were costly, and 4 men left on base. Moises Chasse, in his Reading Fightin' Phils Double-A debut, picks up the win. Rafael Sanchez takes the loss, his first of the year. He is 2-1. Game played in 2 hours and 40 minutes and played in front of 6,743 here in Baseball Town. New Hampshire falls to 14-27 on the season, and the Fightin' Phils improve to 19-25. Phils now have clinched this series by winning 4 out of the 5 games and a chance to do some further damage and solidify this series with 1 more game left to play. It'll be tomorrow afternoon at 5:15. The Diamond Credit Union Plaza opens up at 4 o'clock. The pitching matchup for tomorrow, Elberson Castellano, who's pitched very well so far since being promoted from Jersey Shore, will get the start, and he will be faced by Devereaux Harrison, who started this series for the Fisher Cats. So it will be a wraparound game in a start for Harrison. Again, he started game 1 of this series. So the Phils won the first 2 games of the series, 7-4 and then 5-4. New Hampshire won on Thursday night, 6-4. Reading came back with a 10-6 win last night, and they win it again tonight. And now we'll look to finish off the Fisher Cats tomorrow. So again, 6,743 watching baseball here in Baseball Town, and now getting themselves set for another Saturday night at the ballpark and a fireworks show. That will do it for our broadcast. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, we'll be back with you tomorrow afternoon here from Baseball Town with a pregame show starting at around 5 o'clock. First pitch again is at 5:30. 15. As always, we'd love to see you here at the ballpark. The Reading Fightin' Phils with a win and playing good baseball in this series. They win it tonight over the New Hampshire Fisher Cats 8-1. My name is Bob McCool. As always, thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils baseball on the Reading Fightin' Phils radio network. Hope you'll do it again tomorrow night. Better yet, love to see you here in Baseball Town. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great night. Reading Fightin' Phils win it by a final score of 8-1.